It's time for ignition and straight up automobile pimping.
Dude, where's my car?
Dude and dudettes, welcome to another episode of the Dude Where's My Car podcast. I'm your host, Tom Gilmore, and I've got my man, the co-host, Mr. Tony Hung, the man who slams cars across Australia, making every event look just as sick as it should be. Tony, how you doing?
Oh, fucking great. I'm great. And the guest we have today.
Oh, bro, if you're as excited as I am, because I have none other than one of the most... He's kind of infamous, mainly just because he makes up the car that is actually the label of our podcast. It's not copyright. It's not from the internet. It's actually his fucking R32 that is on our podcast. I basically equivalent him to James Bond of cars. He's the type of man in my team that every single time I ask him to wear his Car Culture Australia shirt, he won't do it because it's not a Ralph Lauren shirt. So I'm working on it. He'll start wearing it.
Yeah, I forgot today as well, if that's any consolation.
I didn't expect it, bro. I already knew it was coming. I'm speaking than none other, the man who knows the Nissan platform better than the back of his hand, Liam Stockburger, bro. How you going?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm good, bro. Sorry about that. Honestly, I'm so G'd up today. My aspiration levels are that high that if you equated me to like Sims 2, the fucking white diamond above my head, I could do fucking anything today. I've had the best fucking day and I'm so happy you're here.
Oh, thanks. Happy to be here. Good to finally be on. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, bro. It's been fucking...
He's been hiding from us this whole time.
Yeah.
He's been pushing it back.
Yeah, it took a little bit, but we had to fucking just reel you in.
Yeah.
What do you think?
About what?
This whole setup.
Yeah, the setup's good. I like seeing my car on the back of the TV. It's good. Makes me feel at home.
Yeah. It'll be terrible the day we have to do a season change. We have to swap out the car. But then we can just put one of your other cars on there,
Yeah,
right?
put the next one up. That's all right. Got too many of them anyway.
Oh, that's a pretty good, I suppose, laying the grounds of what I want to talk to you about today, bro, because you're a man, as I said before, who knows the Nissan platform quite well, but you've gone through quite a few cars.
Yeah.
And I fucking want to rip it apart. I want to know the mods. I want to know the scariest stories. I want to know everything, my boy. But Tony, is there anything that you would actually like to know and get out of Liam today?
Right, the stories, man. I've heard stories in the past. So I want them all out. I want those juicy ones, so get them out of here.
I don't know if I'm legally obliged to tell you these stories.
Bro, we can edit it.
It happened in Mexico. It's all right. I've been on a few Mexican holidays in my time, so it's all right.
Good to know. Well, Liam, I don't know if you've listened to this podcast before, bro, but you probably have because you're on the team.
Bro, trust me, he hasn't.
Dude's constantly on fucking boats, so I'm sure he's doing his own thing. Yep. But Liam, we like to do a little bit of a deep dive on everyone who comes onto our potty. So before we rip into the splendor that is you, who are you, dude? Where's your car? What do you drive? Where did it all start?
Oh,
give it to me straight.
It all started when I bought a PlayStation 2 and started playing Need for Speed Underground 2. I think that's where it all...
That's my favourite one, by the way.
We can do that. We should do Need for Speed and social media.
Yeah, 100%. That's what happened. That's what happened,
Need for Speed today.
Yeah, Need for Speed should fucking thank us for the sales that they keep getting if we keep promoting this show.
Upgraded to Forza. That's how it goes. Bought a racing sim. At the supple age of like 9 or something, I was playing with a racing
with the foot pedals and everything.
Of course.
Yeah, nice.
Onto the dinner table.
Yeah, and that's where it all, for me, it just went straight into JDM. That's what, because in Need for Speed, you start off with, I think it was a 350Z at the time.
Yeah.
Or it was a 180SX or something, I forget, but it's all JDM cars all through and through. And then Fast and Furious, of course, is JDM, and I had to jump into the scene.
So that really resonated with you, eh?
Oh, so bad. It fueled my financial problems.
Didn't it all, bro? How do you know, like, when you think about, like, looking back at those times, is there anything that really pins it for you? Because the whole thing is sick, don't get me wrong, like Need for Speed, Fast and Furious, like all that type of stuff. But do you remember, like, specifically vivid things where you're like, I'm gonna own that car one day. Like, that's my car.
That happened to me on Forza when I was probably, 14 or 15. And I built an S13 drift car on Forza. And then I started drifting it on, I think it was Forza Motorsport 4 or something like that. Drifting
Motorsport,
it
not
around the track.
Horizon.
Yeah, Motorsport was always better.
Oh.
Motorsport, probably unpopular opinion actually, but Motorsport's better than Horizon. Big one.
For the sim side, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. For the drifting, for the cars, pretty sure it has a bigger car roster, but
Yeah.
yeah. But and then I ended up. That's when I said, okay, I want to buy a Silvia. That's where it started. I'm like, I need an S13 in my life, and I couldn't afford it at the time. So my first car ended up being a Honda Civic instead. I settled for a Honda.
So it was from Too Fast Too Furious, the black one.
Yeah,
with the green underglass.
yeah, pretty much.
Very humble beginnings.
Yeah.
Tell us about this Honda Civic.
Oh man, no, it was kind of a dog of a car. If I'm honest.
What year model?
It was a 1999 or 2000.
Okay.
So it wasn't the EG, it was the EK type. So a bit less desirable, and it was a sedan, which is much less desirable. And it wasn't VTEC, which is like, it was the bottom
Even
of the
worse.
barrel. Like, you don't get like, Hondas are pretty cool. This was pretty much as uncool as Hondas get. Like,
This is grandma's car, basically.
but when I bought it, it had like aftermarket LED running lights, and it had some pretty ghetto looking wheels. It weren't stock, so I thought they were cool, but looking back, they were not cool at all.
Did you have photos of this? I want to see this later.
I've got photos, definitely. Yeah, I've got a photo of me posing in front of it on my L's, which is
Fuck yeah, dude.
You
probably
do that
gonna-
day one and day now comparison.
yeah, and unfortunately, I'm sure they'll pop up on the screen while I say it. So it's not a good photo, but we'll dig it out for you guys.
So how, like, to run me through it, you would have had to obviously buy it off some grandma or some grandpa or whatever. Like, who do you remember that whole process of buying your first car?
I actually do. I don't remember a lot of things, but as soon as it's involved with cars, I seem to remember it. So that's always good. But I actually bought it off a bloke. He was an older bloke. He wasn't like, he was probably in his 30s or late 30s probably. Yeah. And he said he was selling it because his missus didn't want to drive a manual car. I bought it as a manual car because I wanted to learn manual, and I had to. My parents only had automatic cars. So if I wanted to learn manual, I had to buy my own car at like the age of, well, I bought it before I turned 16, like just before. So I'm like, okay, got all the money I could, and I spent, $1,800 on a bloody Civic so I could learn manual in it. And the guy said, yeah, he sold it because it's manual and my missus can't drive it. And then when we showed up to buy it, his R34 Skyline that he just bought was parked next to it. And I go, okay, so there's a little more to this. Like, apparently he's hiding a Skyline in his garage that, so maybe there's more behind the car why he sold it. It was a bit of a lemon, so they always make up excuses when they're selling their cars. But yeah, I saw a Skyline, and then I'm like, wow, okay, I want one of them at some point as well. So there we go there.
Yeah.
And,
Like, can you imagine it comes full circle that's the guy that you buy an R34 off
yeah,
as
maybe you'll sell it to me.
Just go back to him one time, like, you remember that day when I bought your Civic?
Yeah.
Now I want your 34.
Yeah,
I got the money.
Yeah, I
give it back to
leveled
him.
up, you leveled up. Now give me some of your success.
Just give it back to him, like full circle, just swap. Just be
Yeah.
like, oh, he swaps, bro. Like, just take it back.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I bought the Civic to learn manual on, and I learned my L's on it, and then got my P's with it and started doing mainies with the boys on the red P plates.
Straight up, Pizza Hut, cross, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah, of course.
Down the main strip in Newport
Party
Beach, right?
trays.
Oh, dude, actually, that's a funny story. Oh, shit.
What do you mean? Party trays?
No, oh, man. You guys ever seen that thing in Mexico only? You're allowed to do this, but yeah, you steal Maccas trays from the local McDonald's.
Not steal, you just borrow it.
And then you give them back later with 2 holes in them. But that's all right. Don't tell them why.
Tell me how it works.
No, you just
I'm too young for that.
you basically just place them behind the rear wheels, and then you reverse the car onto the Maccas trays.
Yeah, right.
And then you pull the handbrake.
And you just
drive around with the handbrake on, and it's sort of like ice skating in a way. Like, there's just no grip on the. Or it's more like if you put caster wheels on the back of your car, no grip at all, and you're just driving around, and the back's swinging around as if it's just sliding on ice.
So these are on rainy days in Mexico.
Yeah, exactly.
all the boys out there with 10 postcards, just like, yes, well done.
And I'll tell you what, the best part about this is that my first time doing it, because I saw it obviously on the internet.
Of course,
Gave me
naturally.
the idea.
This is way before TikTok vibes, right?
Yeah. And I learnt it, and I was still on my L's. So I wasn't allowed to drive my car like out to the cul-de-sac where I did it. So I'm like, hey Dad, do you want to go for a drive? And he's like, yeah, sure. Okay, we'll go for a drive. And then he's like, why are you taking me to this like random back street? And I'm like, don't worry. And he goes, why are you pulling out these Maccas trays out of the boot? And I'm like, don't worry. And then I put them under the back, and then I'm like, hey Dad, just reverse onto these. And he's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, pull the handbrake and drive it around. And he goes, what are you crazy? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, okay, let's go. And then he starts doing it first. He did it before me. He broke my car's like Maccas tray of Virginity before I even got a chance to. And he starts doing donuts on the Maccas trays in this like cul-de-sac, and I'm like, oh shit, this is hilarious. And I'm like, okay, get out, let me have a go.
Leo just threw old man under the bus right there.
Yeah, whoops.
Straight up nice guy.
Yeah,
I think I just found the name of the episode for this podcast is going to be fucking Maccas Tray Virginity.
Oh yeah. yeah. But yeah, that's that brought my dad and me a bit closer probably. That little
Is he into cars?
No, not at all. He hates them.
Really?
He hates it. He's like, why you spend so much money on cars? And I'm like, I don't know, I think they're pretty cool, don't you? And he goes, no, cars are just for A to B. And I'm like, oh, people like that. I'm lucky I got out of that and found my own way. But he can appreciate them. I think back in the day, he showed me a picture. He used to have an old Pintara, I think an R31 Skyline, but they used to be called Pintaras before that. It was like an old wagon. I just saw it in a family photo and I'm like, is that your car? And he goes, yeah. I don't think he even knew what it was. I'm like, that's a cool car. And he goes, oh, I didn't realize. I just kind of bought it and drove it around. I'm like, okay. He doesn't.
Different times back then,
Different
bro.
times, yeah, I know. But yeah, he always thought my cars were money pits. But eventually, if you buy the right ones, they don't lose money. Like the JDMs, for example. So it ended up working out all right for me.
You're fucking laughing now, but I don't want to get too much into the later cars. I just want to keep going along this story, bro.
Tell me what was Dad's next activity in your cars.
Oh god, no. Yeah, after the Civic, I sold that and I bought a Toyota 11, an AE 111.
Lemon or a
lemon? Yeah, no, it was a lemon. It was definitely a lemon as well because I sort of leveled up through the cars. I started at for me it was the bottom. I know Civics are up there. Some of them are really, really cool. I bought the shit one. And then I'm like, okay, my next car will be a bit better. I found a 2-door. I'm like, I wanted a 2-door. Toyota does a Corolla, but it's not like the annoying little hatchback Corollas that no one really likes. It's a coupe and it's front wheel drive, but it's got a 4H 20-valve engine in it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And that was my first fast car. Like that had, I don't know what it had, like 160 kilowatt or something. Yeah. But revved to like 9,200 or something, and it really took off. Had a spoiler, so that was my first time looking in the rear view and seeing a spoiler. Yeah, I was like, oh, that means I've got a cool car. If I've spoilers blocking my rear view mirror, I think I've got a cool car. I was like,
if your field of vision is gone, you're onto something.
That was one of my criteria, and I love that car, man. It was pretty loud. Had some basic mods already done to it. I wasn't really into the modding myself yet at that point.
Still low cash flow.
Yeah, exactly. I think I was doing it tennis coaching at some random tennis field back in that day before I...
You know what? That does not even fucking surprise me that you're a tennis coach. Look at you. Can I just say, everyone who's watching this podcast, do me a fucking favor and go into this on the YouTube episode. Bro, you're always so tan.
Oh,
you are more tan than the actual definition of tan itself. And when it's summertime, like, it's fucking unbelievable. I know you work on boats every day, but like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
You have beautiful skin.
I could thank my mum for that too. She's a little bit darker than me. She's full South American. So I've got a bit of her skin. And then also the fact I work outside all the time. Even since growing up, I've always worked outside and gone outside and skated and biked. So I've, maintained a bit of a colour.
Bro, when was the fucking like front page cover of the Vogue model photo shoot? Like, what is going on? You and your R32 or your Infinity out there, I'm telling you.
Yeah, should be.
Hit him up.
Yeah. Mum always used to tell me I'm so handsome that I should be modelling, and maybe I should listen to
Maybe she's right.
She was right from day one.
Mum's a smart lady, man.
Yeah, I know.
But okay, so you weren't doing the mods. You hadn't been.
He was a
buying
tennis
the mods
coach.
Yeah, I was just tennis coaching. I had a little bit of spare change. I'm like, shit, okay, I'll upgrade. I'll sell my Civic. I think I sold it for around what I bought it, around 1.8 or $2,000. Some bloke, he looked a bit dodgy. I think he took it out to a farm and started thrashing it. I don't know. But moved on from that, bought this Toyota, thought that was pretty cool. That's when I started racing people because I thought I had a fast car. My first race, this was a big moment for me. I raced like a GC8 WRX. I think it was stock because I kept up with it. But raced a GC8, and that's when I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty fun. Racing him down the road in Mexico again.
Yeah, of course. Bro, for someone who's got low cash flow as a tennis player, you went to an awful lot of holidays in Mexico.
I know, man. We had a second home there. We just back and forth.
Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy how there's like a Pennant Hills Road in Mexico. It's crazy.
Yeah. But I did some little roll races, and I thought that was pretty fun. And that one saw Maccas trades as well, that car. That one saw Maccas trades. And even I learned that I always liked the idea of donuts, but I was like, front wheel drive car, I can't do donuts. And I was like, hang on, I'll just chuck it in reverse. So I went to I realized that when you put a front wheel drive car in reverse, it's now rear wheel drive. So I went to this random empty car park that was actually gravel, which was, again, shows how much I cared about this car. And I just tucked it in reverse and floored it in first gear at full lock and just, sure enough, it was whipping around doing donuts backwards. My dad was there like, you got actually retarded.
This is what I love.
I'm like, bro, just support my passion.
Just love me.
I can't imagine my old man there with me doing stupid shit.
Yeah. So that one, that was a good car though. Like that, it was reliable. Toyota reliability, man.
Yeah.
And it was a bit beat up. One of the panels was a different color and had really rashed up black wheels and a silver car and
How long did you keep that for?
That one was. So I had a thing. I sort of used to buy a car every year.
Yeah.
So
You still fucking do, bro.
actually, that's true.
You have the worst ad hoc. You're like the worst impulse buyer.
Yeah,
but it's for
that's-
fucking cars.
That's actually true. No, that's bad. As we get down the line, you'll see. Once I got my money, that got worse. That got much worse. The Civic was when I was just 16, and then I got my P's, and I'm like, time for something cooler. Bought this 11. I'm like, sweet, okay. Then I got my greens, and I'm like, okay, I think it's time for something a bit cooler now. And that's when I'm like, starting to look at Silvia's. I've got a little bit of money now, not much, but they were still cheap at that time. I'm browsing, and this pains me to think about now because now when I'm browsing, it was an S13. Browsing S13 is like 18, 20, 22, 25. Like, fuck, it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Back then, I'm browsing S13s, turbo ones, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $4,000. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
Where did it all slip away?
I know.
But anyway, I was looking at I went and test drove one, $4,000. Nissan Silvia S13 with the 1.8 turbo because I was a P plater. Mm-hmm. Awesome car. I'm like, I need this, but $4,000's a bit much. I don't know. I can't spend $4,000 on a 20-year-old car or something. My dad's also like, you can't spend this much money. Go buy a Corolla or something. Don't sell the other one. I'm like, I already have. And then, sure enough, I find some cheaper ones. I find one for like $3,000, and I'm like, that'll do. And it had a knock in the engine. Well, I thought it was a knock, and the owner thought, no, it's just a valve. It's fine. I'm like, I didn't know that much either. I'm like, it looks cool. I'll buy it. So I bought this like cheap little S13 Silvia. And I'm like, okay, now I've got a cool car. Now I've got a turbo. I had flutter for the first time. Had a turbo flutter, and I was like, oh man, going to school, driving the boys home, and this is gonna be sick. It was all about the
Can you give me your best turbo impression of what it was?
No, you don't want to hear that, mate.
Well, which one was it? Was the one that goes like, or did it just go?
It had a little bit of. That was
Finally, I was waiting
Have you been
for it.
practicing? That was the audio shit.
Well, it was a little bit of both.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of both.
Yeah, no, it was only a little turbo, and it has a side mount intercooler at the time, so it wasn't like you get the big dose, like
Yeah.
It was more like a smaller flutter.
Oh, I like that delay.
Yeah, that was my next car. That had a bloody fuck off VL dose on it. That
Just
was
going through all of his cars just by the sound of the delayed. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. They all had different turbo noises actually. Funnily
Excellent.
enough. I always tried to mix it up. But that was my S13. That was for my green Ps. So I got off my red Ps. I'm like, I sold the Toyota. Time for a Nissan. Bought my Silvia. I'm like, this is sick. I had a turbo. I felt turbo lag for the first time, and I was like, this is cool. I can't go back to N8 now. That was it. Never owned an N8 car since then.
I was gonna say you haven't gone back, have you?
No, and that was actually that's when the Nissan obsession started as well. I was gonna say that's also the last time I didn't buy a Nissan, but I had bought some random Mitsubishi after that, which was a silly one. But Tony knows about that one.
I completely forgot.
Yeah.
What? Hang on. So, what was it? Color? What was the color?
Gunmetal grey. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's the same color code. It's a very slightly different color code to my current Skyline. It's a Skyline grey. It's like a KH3 or a KH2.
So this thing's looking hot, like nighttime,
man.
daytime, evening shots.
It was beautiful, man. And it had just been resprayed, so it was actually like, it was mint.
Yeah.
And it was so cheap, and it was turbo, and I was like, this is the best.
Wheels are sick.
They were not that sick.
Oh.
They had like cheap-ish Lenzos. I mean, obviously at the time I didn't know that much better. They looked good in my eyes. It was tasteful. It was wingless. It was grey. It had like, the projector LEDs and had like the yellow fog lights, and I thought it looked pretty cool. And sounded mad, and I was driving that around, and finally I learned how to like clutch kick and
That's where it all started.
And then all of a sudden you were going to way more holidays in Mexico then, right?
Yeah, I basically moved there with this thing, shipped it over there. That's the last time
became a resident.
Yeah, I got my citizenship. I found a Mexican gal, and no, not really. My girlfriend would kill me if I.
You love her, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I hung on to that for a while, And at that time, so that's, as I said, when I was playing Need for Speed, Forza Horizon, I built an S13, and then I went, I want to own one of these, and then I found on a board, and I'm like, sweet, like I've kind of hit my dream, and I'm still in school. That's pretty cool.
It's a good. It should be fair. It's a pretty good feeling to be able to achieve like something in the dream so early on.
Bro, at our school, man, like we didn't have like a student park. Not that many people had got their licenses because like I was a bit older in my year, so like, and then the people that drove to school were like looked up to. We were pretty. It was pretty cool. And we
was
used
a
to,
cool
like,
kid.
drive up past all the bus wankers that were walking up to the bus stop, and so I'd always park around the back, and you could see like this few select other people who had their P plates, and I was like, oh, it's nice to have a cool one, like compared to all the other people that are borrowing their mum's car and borrowing their dad's car,
or their old fucking Nissan Pulsar.
Yeah, even the teachers used to come in and be like, "Is that your car, Liam?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, what of it?
Like, and he made it at a young age.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But it's good though, because it kind of sets you up, because like if you can get that dream, well, what else can you get?
I know.
It just keeps fucking feeding you.
That's exactly right. And I changed, and I was like, oh, you know what? I never mind. My dream car's not an S13. My dream car's now an S15. So I'm going to start looking for one of them. And
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. But I was like, I'm going to hunt one down. And then I saved up a fair bit of money. And then, well, actually, I saved up exactly enough money for an S15. I should tell you this. Oh my God. When I picked this thing up, I had no money left over after. I literally put every cent into this car. I had to, we'll start off first. So I sold, about a year of ownership. And then I started looking for the S15, and I sold the S13 to a friend of mine, Bradley Jansen, who's...
Oh, is that the one?
Yeah, he's got my car. That's my car. I sold it to him.
My God, this is full...
Yeah, full circle. And I'm so glad I sold it to him, because, you know, like my other two cars I didn't care that much about, but this S13, it was so clean.
Yeah.
So nice. I'm like, I told Brad, I'm like, dude, I want to buy an S15. I think we're going to have to sell this. And he goes, oh, I'll buy it. And I'm like, would you buy it? And he goes, yeah, you know, I'll buy it off you. I'm like, okay, sweet. So he came over. He didn't even like, you know how usually you buy a car, you go inspect it, you look over it, you get someone to check it over.
Yeah.
Then you umming and ahhing, and then you're like, you know, a few days later, okay, I'll come pick it up. This was, it was so impulsive. I saw an S15 pop up for like 15 grand. Like, wow, that's a lot of money. I'm like, oh, screw it. I'll go for it. So I'm like, okay, I'll sell my S13 to Brad for 7 grand, which was, at that time, that was pretty cheap. I bought it for 7 grand and I put a bit of money into it, and they had started to go up already.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll just sell it to you for what it owes me, because I know I could get more for it, but you know, of course, if you're selling it to a mate, you're going to sell it for whatever. So he bought that car for 7 grand, and who knows what it's worth now, 40 grand or something.
Yeah.
Still has it. Yeah, true actually. Nissan things.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Nissan things.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I messaged this guy, S15, grey S15, dream car. I'm like, I really want an S15. It looks so nice. This one was tastefully modded. Had like, you know what, nice work wheels. It had, the body was pretty stock, but it had work wheels, and it had an exhaust and a turbo like floater and a couple of little things onto the engine. I was like, this thing's sick. And I went and looked at it prior, and I fell in love with it straight away. I'm like, this thing's so cool. I need to own it. And then that's when, like, maybe a week later, that's when I said to Brad, like, I'm going to go pick this thing up. Do you want to come? He's like, yeah. And then he's like, okay, first of all, though, I'll give you the money for your car. He didn't even expect it. He goes, I'll just give you the cash for it now, and I'll drive it home, and then we'll go pick up your S15. I'm like, okay, done. All in the same day. He bought my S13, didn't expect it, just drove it home. And then he came with me to go get this S15. And we get out there, and after he gave me the cash, I then withdrew, so he gave me 7 grand. I withdrew, quick maths, what is it? 8 grand of my own. Thanks, Tony. That was getting pretty... that was a bit of a delay.
This kills me, because after this story, I was about to lay down and be like, this Casino Royale James Bond motherfucker can sell a car and buy another one in the same day, but he's just ruined it.
Yeah. So
his fingers under the table was like...
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the problem.
Bro, he's counting his toes.
And the worst part's my mum's a math teacher, and that was always a weakness of mine. that brought up some pain from my past. But
anyway, go.
7 grand from Brad, 8 grand out of the ATM. I had exactly 15 grand, and left in my account was probably $1.80, maybe. I know that my girlfriend at the time wanted to come see this car as well, so she hopped in the back, and then it was me, my Brad, me, my dad, Brad, and my girlfriend at the time. And yeah, we all hustled out there. We got to the car. I'm like, yeah, looks as beautiful as the last time I saw it. I'll take it. Driving back, my dad's driving home, and then Brad's jumped in the back of the S15 because obviously he wants to see this hectic S15 that I bought. My girlfriend obviously has to get front seat privileges because she was my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And we're driving back, and then she wants to go get ice cream. And I'm like, look, I have no money left. I can't even pay for the parking outside the ice cream shop, let alone the ice cream inside the shop.
Bro, you ain't driving this car for a month.
I have no money in my account. And she's like, oh, she's obviously not that happy about it. I came all the way out here. I thought we were going to get ice cream. We were never going to get ice cream.
Bro, she can pay for the ice cream.
I know. Tell me about it. And
Back in the day, though, like Maccas ice creams was what, 30 cents?
Yeah, they're $1.10 now. They're $1.10.
Bloody inflation. And yeah, we're driving back, and Brad's in the back seat while this argument's happening, and he's trying to make himself invisible while she's trying. We're getting ice cream. No, we're not. I have no money. Obviously, we didn't get ice cream. I won that one.
Bro, no matter what, you could have got to the fucking speakerphone. Oh, I want an ice cream. Oh, do you have any money? No.
I had literally nothing. I had to stop for fuel. Brad, sorry, mate. You're going to have to get this. I have no money. He put some fuel in it for me so I could get it home, and then literally just sat on my ass for a week till the next payday because I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I had an S15 now, so that was the plus.
Yeah.
I sold my soul for an S15, and it was so worth it. I loved it.
Yeah, I was going to say, any regrets so far?
No, absolutely not. That was such a good car. It had a lot of Ks on it, hence the low price, but it was bulletproof until I set it on fire. Oh.
Because I don't know if Tony knows this car inside out or not, but like we want to know the mods list. What do you actually want to know about this car?
The stupid shit he's on. I don't care about what he's done to it. I want to get what he's
No, I want to know what's on
inside
it.
of it.
I want to know what's on it before we get into the dumb
I
shit.
want the stories. Okay, go again.
Yeah, well,
Go.
no, it was pretty much stock body. I put a new front bumper on it because I didn't like the stock. It had the stock Australian front bar.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
preferred the Japanese, the JDM aero bars. So I bought a replica because I was poor, obviously.
How many weeks was that?
After the purchase,
I mean, sitting at home.
oh, dude, a lot. But it was like a fiberglass, not that nice. Well, it was good. I think it was brand new. Thinking back, it was like JSI, one of those.
Yeah.
Fiberglass. So it was pretty cheap at that time. JSI hiked their prices since then even. Everyone's doing it. But yeah, it was a good price. Just slapped it on, painted it. So it had a good front bar now. The exhaust was done. It had blasters. They looked sick as well. It had work wheels, work emotion 27Rs. Mm-hmm. Since that car, that's been my favorite wheel to put on a car. I've bought 3 sets of wheels since then because that's when I fell in love with it. Bronze work emotions. So yeah, good wheels on it. The kit, it had the rear and sides already of the JDM kit. Mm-hmm. So I completed it when I put the front on. So I thought it looked really good then. Put a front lip on it. Not much done to the engine, and I left it that way because it was sort of tuned to like, I think it was 190 kilowatt.
Yeah.
Plenty for me. That was much more than my old car had, and it felt fast. 190 kilowatt to me back then.
It was just slowly climbing.
Man, felt so quick. Felt like a rocket ship. I was like crazy. First time I hit that boost, I was like, oh my God, this is nothing like the CA18 from my S13. Like, this is next level. SR20 Gods motor. Oh man. But yeah. So it just had the exhaust, the wheels, a little bit of a kit. I put number plates on it. Thinking back would probably be a bit cringe, but I put 15 Envy. But you know, I thought it was pretty cool.
And now there's some other kid with 15 Envy on there, Silvia? Or?
Yeah, no, actually the guy who I bought it off really liked the car because it was sick, and he ended up buying it back off me because he liked it so much.
Wait,
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
So he had plates that he had stored for it, so he put his old plates back on the car. So Envy's up for grabs if it wants to be.
Wasn't it lit on
18.
fire?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
let's get into that. How did he get back to the owner?
Let's fucking backstep now.
Don't worry, Tony, I contained the fire.
Where was the fire?
Was the fire from the tyres?
A
or
small
from the
electrical fire from the battery because one rainy night in Mexico, I was drifting around a roundabout.
In Pennant Hills Road on Mexico.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was just drifting around. I was practicing my J-turns and practicing my donuts and handbrake entries around, you know,
But you have
and
to.
stuff.
You have to.
And I was like, okay, done. Time to go home. It was just me in the car, weirdly. Usually I take someone with me, but I was just driving home on my own and get halfway home and then the car starts hiccuping. And I'm like, this is a bit weird. And then my lights start flashing and I'm like, bit weirder. And then the engine dies and I'm like, oh, okay. And then it starts up again. And I'm like, okay, something weird's going on here. Lights are flashing. Things are going, nothing's consistent. At this point, I've got a little bit of mechanical knowledge. So I'm like, I know something's not right. And I know that it's electrical. So I've got enough knowledge to know.
Something doesn't add up.
Something's not going right here. And then I'm like, I was stopped at the lights and my full dashboard had now turned off, but the car was running. And I'm like, driving
I'll
a
get
bit more, stopped at the lights, and then smoke starts coming out the hood, and I'm like, okay, I think it's time to stop. So I pull over, pop the bonnet, and sure enough, the battery's on fire, and I'm like, oh shit, better put that out. It was raining at the time, so I'm like, oh, I'll just start shoveling water at it, and then I'm like, oh, it's an electrical fire, that's not good. So obviously I took my jumper off, and I'm like trying to smother it. Eventually it goes out, but I noticed that the metal battery clamp had fused itself to both terminals. Obviously, while I was driving around spirited around the industrial areas, the battery had come loose, and then the actual clamp had fused. It was glowing red. I'm like, oh, that can't be good. So I sort of put it out. I kind of like kicked it in a way just to break that connection, and then car was pretty dead after that. I didn't want to start after that. Left it on a side street for a couple of days, and then I'm like, oh, I better get it towed. I got it towed to my local mechanic who loved modified cars. Not at all. He hated modified cars. He saw it show up on a trailer, and he goes, Liam, what is this? What have you bought? And why is it here on a trailer? I'm like, yeah, sorry about that. It's had a bit of a problem. So to be fair though, like that was, when I say it's been in a fire, that's a very minor, like.
It's minor.
It was just the battery. It was just the battery. We just put a new battery in it, put a not metal clamp on it, and fixed up a couple wires, and it was fine after that. Yeah. But it was a scary moment seeing smoke pouring out and seeing a fire under my bonnet. That was not ideal. Not what you want.
As far as I'm concerned, this is just perfectly good, harmless fun, that something just so happened to happen. But this is what happens when you're training for World Time Attack 2024. Like,
Yeah,
you've got to go hard or go home.
Yeah,
Like,
good with fires. Who was it? Was it you that other day when the battery caught on fire as well?
No.
Was that you?
I don't think so. I've had one fire in my life. I'm hoping to keep it that way.
yeah, hang on. What are you talking about?
Oh, I forgot. I thought it was Liam. It was a Nissan as well, but we're at a Mexico cul-de-sac. And then he was practicing as well.
Nissan Tings.
No, it can't be me. Must have been a different Nissan owner.
You sure?
There's plenty going around.
It was Brad.
Oh, was it Brad? I don't know. It was someone with a Nissan. Silvia.
They've all got
Guaranteed.
problems, man. I've got apparently my obsession has leached onto other people. Obviously, I gave Brad a Nissan. I convinced my other friend,
You
Patrick.
gave him a lemon.
Yeah. No, it was all right. He owned it for a year before it broke down. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I gave him another friend of mine. I convinced him to buy an R33. And now I've got Nissan friends. So that's always good.
Well, you just said a very interesting key word there, because that's Tony's favourite.
The R33? Is it really?
Oh, debatable.
Debatable.
Oh, go on. How's it debatable?
32 is always there.
Oh, is it?
32
That's
is always
that's
there.
my one. I've got one of them.
So, but the GDR.
Sorry, man. I'm not made of money.
But no, building the next one is a 33. It's different.
Yeah, they are a bit different. I guess they're a bit slept on. Everyone always
Very
thinks of them
slept
as
on.
the ugly duckling.
Yeah,
But there's beauty in their flaws.
that's it.
I've always
That
liked
unique
them.
one.
Yeah. I've always liked them. Well, I've preferred 32s, but I've always liked 33s.
32s or 34s?
Oh, that's tricky. That is tricky. Before I bought a 32, I would have said 32, hands down.
Yeah.
Now that I've owned one, I'm kind of getting sick of how old it is. Everything inside rattles, and it feels like, it doesn't feel that well put together. It might just be mine. Mine's seen some hardship.
Yeah.
But I don't know, 34. I'd like to have a Skyline with a modern interior. That would be cool, because I'm getting pretty sick of the dated 90s interiors.
Why don't you just update the interior?
Again, money. I'm picking away at it. I'm picking it away at it. I put seats in it. I've bought a steering wheel, which is supposed to go on soon, which I've been putting off. I put some gauges in there.
Oh, you got a steering wheel.
Yeah, I've got a steering wheel.
Did you hit? Is that why you hit me up? The NRG.
That is why I hit you up.
Yeah, okay.
That's how long ago it was, and I still haven't put it in.
Oh,
I still haven't bought that
fucking God.
quick release kit. I'm pretty slow when it comes. Well, this is the thing. I'm slow when it comes to modding my cars, but then I'll have a phase and I'm like, oh, now, I want to mod it, and then I'll buy like 5 things. And like when you bagged the Q50, that was impulsive as well.
You're jumping cars now. Hang on, wait. People listening to this and being like, what the fuck?
Yeah, true. There's been too many. I think I've owned about 12 cars now. 12
Fuck
or 13.
me.
Fuck,
Damn.
and we're what, 3 in? 4 in?
Yeah.
We're going to speed the process.
Yeah, all right,
up.
let's
We're gonna
go.
get through it.
Next one. So,
Sold it off back to the original owner.
Yeah, I started because it had 280,000 Ks on it.
Fuck, that's dull.
And I loved the car, but I'm thinking, A, I'm never going to be able to resell this and make my money back. And B, I don't want it to blow up.
Yeah.
The old owner really loved the car, so he wanted it back. And he bought it knowing that it would need a rebuild. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Sold it to him for what he bought it for, even though I'd done some stuff to it.
Yeah.
Which I think it was fair enough. I mean, I put some Ks on it. At that point, I was still loving S15, so I'm like, you know what? I'll buy another one. So I sold that back to him.
This is going to be just as good.
Was this still being a tennis coach?
No, I'd started my career as a marine mechanic by then. Started fixing boats.
Yeah.
So I bought, and I wanted a pearl white one.
Yeah.
Oh, the other reason I sold that car is because I had a lot of mates that had pewter grey S15s. It was such a common colour. Every time you saw S15s out, they were pewter grey.
Yeah.
Pewter grey. I had someone was pewter grey. About 4 of my mates had pewter grey S15s, and I'm like, oh, I want to be a bit different.
They had cool friends.
Same.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy a white one. I want pearl white.
Ooh.
Not many white ones were around. So I found a pearl white one, sunroof, spec car. I'm like, sweet, this will do. I bought that, and I'm like, okay, now I think I've peaked. Like my dream car was an S15. The grey one was nice, but this white one I thought was really nice, and it was making a bit more power, and did a bit more to this one. I kept it for a little bit longer. That was a good one. That was making like, I think 260, 270 kilowatt at the wheel.
What kind of internals are we talking about?
Stock internals. This thing was a bomb, but it was a cool bomb. 20 PSI stock internals, big turbo strap to it. A testament to the SR20 DET.
If you say God's motor again, I swear to God.
It loved it, man. And this thing, I shit you not, I don't think it really had a rev limiter. Like, it just kept revving, and I was too scared to hold my foot down until it started going mang mang, because I didn't want it to blow up. Because it went past like $8,000, and I'm thinking, someone's tuned this wrong. Like, something is going to blow up with this car.
Oh my God.
But yeah, 260 kilowatt, GT... 2871 turbo, which was a little bit bigger than the stock one. 20 psi, laggier, faster, a lot of fun. Love to brake traction, rear wheels. Every time you put your foot anywhere near it, bang, you were sideways. So a learning experience. I did almost bin that car a couple times because of that. First time driving it, so I bought this car, and I'm driving it to the Mexican car meet around the corner.
Yeah.
And,
It's crazy how there's Krispy Kremes in Mexico.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm merging onto this main road, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I've got more horsepower now. I'm going to try clutch kicking 4th gear, because I had never done that before, and I thought it would be fun. Sure enough, the second it breaks traction, it just snaps to full lock. I wasn't really ready for this. I let go of the wheel. And obviously, if you guys know, when you sort of clutch kick a car and you to go around a corner, the best thing you can really do is let go of the wheel and let it correct itself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, let go of the wheel, grabbed it right at full lock, and now I'm at full lock crabbing across 3 lanes of traffic. And I'm like, God, this isn't really that good. Trying to hold on to this, and for some reason I'm still on the gas, because I'm like, well, if I pull this off, it'll be cool. Obviously my mates are behind me. Half the reason I did it, I'm like, oh, this will look sweet for them. And crabbed it across 4 lanes in full throttle, and then switched it back across to the left side, and then too far across to the left side. I'm at full lock again, other way, and now the back wheels have dropped off the gutter, and half the car is in the shrubbery. So I'm now at full lock, still on throttle. Half the car is submerged in like trees and branches, and I'm hearing them hitting the car, going over the roof, going across the car, and I'm just going, that sounds expensive. So, like holding it, hearing all this shit. My mates are behind me, probably cracking up. And then I can feel, and I'm waiting for the tree, because I'm sitting at full lock in a bush, hearing branches, and I'm just waiting for that stump. And I'm like, God, this is how it all ends. Like, I'm not going to make it out of this one. And then, sure enough, like, it manages to pull back up out onto the road, and then it went full lock one more time to the other way, to the right. And then I kind of control it in a left, right, and it squirreled back on. And then I immediately straightened up, pulled over, got out of the car. Like, holy shit, what just happened? Holy shit. I've just got out of the car to process it. I've sat down. My mates have all pulled up behind me. And this is how you know your true mates. Half of them, holy shit, Liam, are you okay? That looked gnarly. Other half, laughing their asses off. Holy shit, that was the funniest thing. I'm sitting there trying to process almost dying. And my mates are like, that was so funny. Like,
That's when you know they're true mates.
Cheers, guys. And, drove it to the car meet anyway, because I'm like, well, we're halfway there. I showed up there, got out of the car to assess the damage. I didn't assess on the side of the road because I was just still kind of shell-shocked. So I drove to the car meet, got out of the car, and then obviously at this car meet, everyone looks around your car when you show up. So I show up to this car meet with all these scratches down. It was from about half the door back, including the roof and the spoiler. That's how deep I was in this shit. I cannot make this shit up. I've got people behind me. I wish they filmed it actually, but...
Technology back then.
GoPros, man.
Jesus,
GoPros.
I know. And yeah, I'm just looking at this going, holy shit, the scratches all over my car, it's ruined. But sure enough, a couple of days later, I just got the buff out and they all buffed out, no permanent damage. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm the luckiest guy on the planet. I'm going to keep it in third and second gear from now on when I'm doing silly things. Oh man. But yeah, that's why you don't clutch kick when you just got a powerful car for the first time.
And out of curiosity, did this scare you enough to sell it pretty soon after that?
Oh God, no, it made me love it even more.
I was the click.
Yeah, that was a fun car though, man. It came on knockoff T37, so it was a white car, white rims. It looked pretty cool, but the T37s were 17s, and they didn't quite look that right.
Yeah.
So following the trend from my last S15, I'm like, I love T7Rs, work emotions. I'm gonna buy another set. So I bought a set of grey ones, slapped them on, and I'm like, God, this car looks good now. Grey wheels. I bought a new front bar for this one with I forget the name of the lip. It was one of those front lips, and it had a carbon middle insert, and it had like sort of front pods. Looked pretty aggressive. Had this aero side skirts, and then I put a Jap bar on it because I didn't like the reflectors that you get on the Australian ones. That seems like a popular opinion, but I've got a few mates that live and die by those that reflect. Like one of my mates loves them, and every time I see him, I'm like, you need to buy a Jap bar. And he goes, nah. Aussie bars look better. It breaks up the collars on the back.
Some people do just want to like keep it Aussie. Like,
it doesn't look bad, but I just think it looks a little bit cleaner not having like these plastic reflectors on the back.
I agree.
Yeah.
I bought a Jap bar for it. I bought a new spoiler for it with that duck tail that you get. So
Yep.
it was the Type R, or the Spec R, sorry. Spec R rear wing, and then it had that gurney flap on the back as well. So it looked pretty mean. I thought this was a cool car. I kept this one for a while as well. Yeah, what's that car number 4?
That's 5.
5. Okay.
Are we just about to hit halfway?
Yeah.
Right, 6. What's 6?
6. What's 6? 6 I bought
Wait. Was that one sold to another mate?
No.
Yeah,
Actually,
I want to know how you sold this.
Oh,
Yeah.
6 was the biggest impulse buy of my life. Okay. So I had this car again for about a year, and now I'm working full time. I've got a little bit more money, so I'm like, I had nothing else to spend money on. I'll buy another car. But this time I could buy it without selling the previous car. So I had just gotten my full license. So this was my green people car. So I had obviously the S13 was my reds, the grey S15 was my first year of my greens, and then the white S15 was my second year of my greens. As I said, every year I bought a new bloody car.
We can tell, bro.
Great
Bang
idea.
off the fools right now.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I've got my fulls. It's time for a new car, but I like my S15, so I'm going to keep it. And then I'm just browsing Marketplace, and then I see a 180SX with an RB swap in it, 300 kilowatt at the wheels. And I'm like, oh my God, I need this car.
That is slutty.
It was up for sale for like 20 grand. At the time, that was a lot, to be fair. I say at the time, this was like, I'm not that old, am I? Jesus.
13 gods, that 13 years?
How long ago was that? I think, well, obviously I just got my full, so 20, 21, 20.
Yeah, 20, right?
20, yeah, okay, 20. So yeah, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
God, I am pretty old.
Don't rub it in, bro.
No, but yeah, so 20 years old, just got my fulls. Yeah, so when I was 20, I don't know what it was, 2019. Yeah, 18 or 19, I think it was 19.5 he wanted for it. 180SX, for me, that's a lot of money. I was seeing 180s for like 15, 14. The engine swap was pretty cool, so I'm like, okay, this is a bit different. I was like, okay, he has it for 19. I like this car, but I shouldn't buy it, so I'm going to make him a dumb offer. Like, okay, I'll give you like 13 grand for this car. He was like, you know what? 15 and you can have it. And I was like, oh, shit. Shit. Yeah, okay, whatever. I guess I'll buy it then. And then I let Brad know, because obviously he's my partner in crime. He comes to all my stupid decisions. So it's just a random Thursday night. And I'm like, Brad, I think I'm buying another car. He goes, what? You're selling this 15? I'm like, nah. I just want to buy 180. He goes, Jesus Christ. So we go to this random survey. I meet up with this guy, 180SX. It's like this thing is a bucket though. Like, it's cool. It's like a backyard build, but I was like, I just want it, because he took me for a drive in it. 300 kilowatts in a 180SX. That's like 1.1 tons. Holy dude,
Yeah,
that felt like a death trap, and like it felt like being fired out of a cannon. Like, you floor it. It was on E85 as well. Oh my God, man. Actually, the 300 kilowatt on 98, and it was like 370 on E85. But when I drove it, it was 98. cheers.
Actually, I understand the motivation to buy this slutmobile. So
I just wanted something faster. And I also wanted a bit of a drift pig. So I'm like, this ticks all boxes. And 180s were pretty cool. I still on my Nissan bandwagon. So I'm like, I haven't owned a 180 yet. I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I froth 180s.
Yeah, I've always liked the 180. The pop-up headlights as well. I was like, I
Yes.
want to own a car with pop-up so I
Dude.
can like flash people.
Tiana's 180, the 180 was at the White Line Tarmac rally the other day, had a full fucking LS3 conversion swap in it.
That's
and
nuts.
It was fucking off. I got a video on here of it drifting around the tarmac rally. I'll show it to you. It
Yeah.
sounds amazing.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, the engines that people put in these 180s is pretty gnarly, man. Like,
bro.
there's such, people throw everything into these things and you wouldn't think it would fit and then it does. It's just
So how the fuck did you buy this car?
best. Yeah, again, I spent most of my savings on it, which is a trend for me.
New girlfriend wanting ice cream or
No, I don't think I had one when I bought this one. But,
Girlfriend wasn't allowed.
Yeah, that's probably why I afforded it, to be honest.
Brad wanted ice cream this time.
Yeah, true. No, but
Brad's first thing was like, I ain't paying for fuel this time.
yeah, luckily I could afford the fuel on this one, so I made it back. But yeah, again, all my savings. Back then, that's all. I couldn't see past cars. I was like, I'm just making money to spend it on cars. That was my whole motto. It was like, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
and thankfully, in my eyes, you couldn't really lose much money in these because you can always sell it and buy it, like get your money back. And the way the market was going, it was kind of going. It wasn't going up as fast as it has recently, but it was cruising up. And I was like, well, it doesn't hurt to put your foot in and buy another JDM car. You're not going to lose money on it. So
And what a hobby. Like, fuck. In terms
Yeah.
of like an outlet and a hobby for something that keeps you grounded, gives you fun, you actually use it every day if you
Yeah.
really want to.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, and be able to get your money back, if not more, potentially.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is a sound investment decision. I'm just saying, like, this, like, fuck. In terms of things that you can actually buy and then also get your money back off it if you do the right thing, is pretty fucking rare.
Yeah, exactly. And you can have so much fun with it as well. Like, how many circumstances can you invest in something and then have a blast with it? Like, invest in stocks. Try driving your stocks around. Good luck. Like, at least I can drive my car around and have fun with it. Like, it might not be the best investment, but, I'm having fun. That's
Your
all
house,
right.
yeah, like try drive your house. Your house can't do anything unless get blown away.
Yeah,
I guess you're
exactly.
in Queensland, a cyclone comes, you're sweet. But like, you
Like,
fucking.
the good old motto, you can, race a... No, you can't race a house.
I think it's like that old
You live
ancient.
in a car.
No. It's like that old ancient Chinese proverb. Tony knows what I'm talking about, bro. But it's fucking. Mum always says chocolate isn't good for dogs, but you can always put 15 pounds of boost through a turbo. So
Can't say I've heard that before, but I like it. I like it.
can you give that to me in fucking Chinese, please, Tony?
For our Chinese
You
viewers.
sure you want to start in Chinese accent? This will be episode 6.
But it's true though. Anyway, so hang on.
180.
180.
Yeah, I bought a 180. Moral of the story, I bought a 180. It was a pig, but it made a lot of power, so I thought it was pretty cool. I picked it up. It almost killed me on the way home because it was raining. Lovely. Brad was following me in my S15 while we drove back. Oh, no. He was following my old S13 when I drove it home. We got a good servo pick that night, actually. 180 and S13.
Fuck yeah.
Same era.
7-Eleven?
Yeah.
Actually?
Of course.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Shout out, sponsor us.
Yeah, surely.
No, you could.
Driving home, obviously, and this was unintentional. The back kicked out around a corner, terrifying.
In Mexico.
Yeah, had skinny tires on it, didn't help. A lot of power skinny tires, like just.
When you mean skinny tires, can you please tell me the definition of that? Like what?
7.5 inches wide, and not much tread on them,
Wow.
and camber, and a lot of power, and not much weight. So just,
But what's the tire that's on the 7.5?
oh mate, I don't know, Chinese or something, and stretch fit Chinese wheel.
They still use numbers.
I don't remember the numbers, but it was just 5
Right,
years
is that
ago.
maths?
What do you want me to do? Jesus
The
Christ.
numbers are in Chinese. They're the same fucking numbers. Yeah. Anyway,
It ain't
go.
Roman numerals, bro.
I'm sorry, mate. I haven't got photographic memory. I just remember the tires.
Right,
were
how
like
deep?
big.
How deep did it kick out?
Yeah. Oh man. Well, this wasn't full lock. This was like 3/4 lock, and I held on to it because I had my experience of almost dying in the last car, so held on to that one.
That didn't
Yeah.
stop you.
Yeah, but I got home, and then after I got home, I realized, okay, this is probably a bad idea. I mean, it popped the hood. I mean, I did obviously look over it briefly when I bought it, but the deeper I looked into it, I realized it wasn't really a smart buy. It seemed like this guy built it in his backyard. Like, he had like Velcro straps holding the intercooler on, and I'm not an engineer, but I don't think they really use Velcro on in engine bays usually. So that was a red flag. I bought it anyway because I thought it was cool, but oh man.
At the best, you're going to get a zip tie.
Yeah. It was it was, oh man, but like the straps, the paint was awful. Like it was kind of matting. Like it was fading. It was obviously a custom color and it didn't quite work. The wheels were garbage. They were like these white, and they had that, I don't know what brand they were, but they were just these white skinny looking rims, and they had like a red pinstripe around them. Not nice. I neglected this car. Like I bought it, I took it home, I drove it a few times, and then it kind of scared me, and it sat in the driveway for a long time. And I drove it like once every month, and every time I drove it, it would start misfiring. Like I had to change the plugs probably once a month or once a fortnight because it was running so poorly that it just like fouled the plugs immediately.
Oh.
And I was obviously giving all my attention to my S15. So I was barely driving it, and then it would break, and then like the clutch went, and then I sat there again, and then I shouldn't have bought this car. But for the couple times that I drove it and, did a track day in it and drifting in. And
You did a track day in it?
Yes, in Mexico.
Bro, the tracks over there are fucking wild.
It drifted really nice. To be fair, out of all the cars I've owned, and I've owned like, I don't know, out of my 12 cars, at least like 8 of them could drift, like Nissans. It was probably the best handling one. Like having that power with shit tires and something about that chassis, like the S13 handled really well. This 180 handled really well. Like they're so controllable and so predictable when you get the back coming out. And the engine, like a bit extra weight on the front, it just felt more planted to the front a little bit. Like the S13 felt a little bit more jumpy.
Yeah.
But this with the swap, with the did I mention it was RB swapped?
Yeah.
Yeah. With the RB
You
swap,
never failed to mention. It was like one of the first things you mentioned.
yeah, good.
RB
That's
180.
probably the reason. That's the reason I bought it.
You just remind everyone why you decided to buy this car.
Yeah. But yeah.
Honestly, that would have had me as well.
Oh yeah.
That is like a filthy make. Like to be honest, most engine swaps, I mean, at least good ones anyway, that would make me want to buy it.
Yeah, exactly. And And I just wanted an RB engine. Like I was like, I've had 2 SR20s, I've had a CA18. I want to own an RB and see what an RB is like. So I found one swapped into 180. I'm like, that's sweet, that's perfect. Sounded awesome. Screamer pipe, big dose, big turbo, Chinese turbo. And the backyard build had like all no brand parts. Like they didn't have brands on them. The front mount was unbranded.
Full made by eBay.
The plenum was fake Greddy, the Freddies, the unbranded. Yeah. It looks like a Greddy, but it's definitely not a Greddy. Oh yeah, it had and I bought it as it was, and I just kind of ran it around for a while, and then I sold it again after that.
Max speeding rods, the suspension, or?
Oh man, no, it had BC gold coilovers, I think.
Yeah. Crap
Tires, obviously. Didn't have it much in terms of sway wise. Obviously had the strut brace that all Nissan owners put on their cars. Not many handling mods, but the chassis just felt so good.
Yeah.
They don't need that much, these old Nissans, man. And but it gave me the shits. It kept breaking down every second time I drove it. So I ended up deciding to sell it. I hit a point in my life now, so this is another year on, and I'm going, okay, I should start growing up. And then this is my big pivotal moment in my journey. I'm going to sell both of my cars, my S15 and my 180, and I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to be responsible.
Smart man.
Yep. So I've gone, okay, I've listed them both on Marketplace. Someone's messaged me asking for the S15. And I've gone, yep, got it. Come look at it this weekend. I'm like, cool. A couple of days pass. It's now Thursday. I think it was like on a Tuesday. I got another message on Thursday. Same guy. Hey, are you selling a 180SX as well? And I'm like, yeah, I am. He goes, oh, cool. I want to look at that too. I'm like, Jesus, okay. Yeah, come look at both my cars. What? And he shows up with his mate. To be fair, it was for his mate, but he did come intending to buy both cars off me. And I'm like, how often does that happen? You put 2 of your cars up for sale and the same guy wants to buy both of them. I'm like, Jesus.
That's fucking sketchy.
I know.
I just hear more people like you, impulse buyers.
Yeah, probably. So sure enough, he comes around. He loves both the cars. We haggle a little bit. I think I give him a pretty fair price. At this point, they're hiking up, but not as crazy again. This is still probably maybe 3 years ago.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah. Again, pre-COVID. This guy pretty much showed up with his mate, bought them both off me. Obviously, here's all the cash. Spent a long time counting that. That was, yeah.
So they took both?
Took both cars, yeah. Both cars off me. I've got a video, and I was playing the soundtrack, See You Again, Wiz Khalifa. As he drove away in both my pride and joys. Well, him and his mate.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there going, oh my God, like I've just sold 2 of my favorite cars.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And now you have all this money for ice cream.
Yeah, and I had all this cash for ice cream and bloody parking outside the ice cream shop. Oh man, I was like, damn, now I've got money.
Huge night out at Manly with you.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I've got to put this money away. I'm going to be responsible. And I'm going to buy like a cheap daily and I'm going to buy a house. And then this was on a weekend. And then my plan was sell both the cars on the weekend. And then on Sunday, I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to at pre-browse, I was going to wait till I had the money in my hand. And then on Sunday, look and go, first reasonable car, I'm just going to buy it. Like cheap Corolla or something, whatever. I'm over this phase. I better start being smart. Buy the cheapest Corolla and then use the rest of the money.
Fast forward.
Yeah, I know. Rest of the money on a house, cheap, daily, done. And then first thing I see on Marketplace, because obviously Marketplace targets what it thinks you want to look at. Top of Marketplace, R32 Skyline, 20 grand. Fuck. I was supposed to buy a Corolla. Now this comes up on my feed. And I've got like 50 grand in cash. And I'm going, how do I not buy this Skyline right now? So yeah, I bought a Skyline.
That is beautiful.
There goes the house.
You can always make money.
And exactly. That was exactly what I thought. My dad did not like me after that one. He was like, finally, he's going to buy a house. He's going to do the responsible thing. Nope, not anymore.
No.
And that
Couldn't
car
be
wasn't
further from the truth.
And this car, and this was, we're getting close now. This wasn't that long ago. This was maybe 3 years. And yeah, this was cheap and they were just starting to come up. Like 20 grand. Actually, yeah, it was up for 20 grand, R32 Skyline, GTST, 25 swapped. And I've gone, okay, this is a pretty cool car. I like that it's got a Skyline, and I like that it's not in a 180 this time, so it's like a bit less red hot for the cops. The other reason I didn't like to drive the 180 because I was just terrified of getting red labeled.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah.
if a cop sees this car, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like a 180 and a backyard built RB swap with like random stuff holding it together, zip ties, everything. No, thanks. Yeah,
You barely make it down the road these days.
Bro, man. Anyway, yeah. So I'm like, okay, it's a little bit less red hot, and it's still got an RB. I fell in love with the RB as well after that 180. I'm like, the sound, just the sound, man. I love one of the best sounding engines in my opinion.
This isn't the one on the poster, is it?
That's the one.
It's the
that's
one.
when I
This
bought
is it.
my baby.
Oh,
I've had this
okay.
car for a long time now.
Yeah.
Longest I've ever owned a car.
This
I
is
bought
the-
cars
this
in
is
between, like during its ownership, I've had other cars, but that one stuck around.
This was the first long-term relationship.
It actually was. This is my first commitment I ever
This
made
is the
to
first
anything.
wife, like my old man says it.
Pretty much, yeah, 100%.
So what was the condition you got it in then?
It was pretty poor, actually. Well, okay, mechanically it was solid.
Yeah.
It had a low K, it's like 140,000. I'm like, wow, that's low for a 1992 car. The swap, it was running beautifully. It was on like this was one of the slower cars that I bought because obviously every car I was buying was 250, 300 kilowatt. This one was like a modest 200, like just really lightly tuned. I'm like, this is good because most of the cars I've been buying have been like, the previous owner did a lot of it and I just added my touches. This car is like, okay, I can do a lot more to this car and I'm going to keep it for longer. So not too many mods. It had like N keys on it. Had the GTR body kit. No badges because I'm not going to up badge my car. That's, oh my God.
No. Yeah.
No, thank you. I like the GTR body kit, but I don't want to be that guy that pretends he's got a GTR when he doesn't. So anyway, body kit and yeah, pretty much stock body GTR. It didn't have a GTR wing that had that like annoying little GTST one, the low rise one. I didn't love it. No. And it was all faded. The roof was all faded. Needed a little bit of love. But for the price, I was like, I'm stoked. They were starting to hike up and I'm going, okay, this car was in demand as well. Like, man, I went to look at this car pretty soon after I saw the listing, and I'm pretty sure it was only up for like a day. I went out there, like, luckily, like, this all fell into place, man. Like, I sold my car the next day, I just look and it's there, and that was like, I'm pretty sure the day it got listed, or maybe even the day after. I'm like, man, lucky this guy listed his car like this soon.
So Brad got the call.
Oh no, this one was all me. I went out there with the old man for this one. He did. Oh, that was not a good car ride as well.
Yeah, I was
Why are you
gonna
buying
say.
another one? You were supposed to settle down. Oh, but it's a Skyline, Dad. Come on.
You don't understand, Dad.
Yeah. Seriously.
This is
He
like-
doesn't like
this
when
is
he's
like-
always supporting it.
This is like creme de la creme above what I've had.
No, I was like, man. And this is the point where I was like, I've had my dream S15. I wanted a Skyline. I never really thought I'd own a Skyline, but at that point, I had so many Silvias. 4 now. Yeah, 2 S15 to S13. When I was like, it's time to buy not a Silvia. So I'm like, Skyline, we'll give that a crack. And yeah, I'm on the test drive with the guy, like on his test drive. He's driving me around the block because he was a little bit sketchy, and then like eventually we swap. But he's driving me for a little bit, and then we swap seats, and I'm driving him, and he's in the passenger seat, and his phone's blowing up, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, is he Mrs. upset or something? And he goes, no, I've got all these buyers like messaging me like, I think I listed the car too low. And I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. This is a good price. This is a good price. But no, sure enough. But he was a really good guy, and he was like, you know, he just wanted to get the car gone, and he wanted it to go to a good home, and he could see I was pretty passionate about it. But he was getting like, it was off for 20 grand, and he was getting offers of higher, and he was going like, oh, buy the car now, buy the car now. And he was showing me all these messages coming through, people wanting to buy this car, and I'm like, oh, bro, okay, just let me buy it. And I didn't have the cash on me, but I'm like, dude, I don't have cash on me, but I want this car. Please let me have this car. And I won't mess you around. Like, I really want it. And he goes, yeah, okay. I gave him like a little bit of a deposit on transfer, showed him, and then he goes, okay, all good. I'll hold on to it for you. And then like, yeah, 1 week later, I went and picked it up, and I'm like, oh, I've got my R32 now. Fell in love with it straight away. The shape of it, how it drove. I'm like, yeah, Skyline.
He gave you your dream.
Props to that seller, man.
Skyline's where it's at. Yeah, he could have got more money for that car,
Yeah.
but he wanted, and I was, you know, yeah, I was very excited. He was like, he could see that, and he goes, oh, he knew I was going to take care of it. And I'm pretty sure he built that, like that car was stock when he, I think he imported it, and his dad had it before him, and then has sort of handed it down to him. They worked on it together. They did the swap, and then
Truly is a passion car.
yeah, and he's seen that I'm really, and I keep in touch with this guy as well. This is
Yeah, mad.
ages ago, and he messaged me like maybe a few months ago. He messaged me and be like, "Oh, by the way, how's the Skyline going?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty good. I've done a lot to it now. It's on 85. It's got all these bits bolted to it." Showed him videos, and he goes, "Wow, like I sold it to the right guy. That's exactly what I would have done." And I'm like, "Oh, that feels good. That's nice. I'm glad I didn't ruin your car. Like I'm glad that I've kept it alive."
It's humbling, eh?
Yeah.
Like I know where some of my older cars are, and like I still keep in touch with them. I know where they are, I know where they've gone. Like,
yeah, 100%. I like to try and keep in touch with people. Like the blokes that bought my S15 and the 180SX, I keep in touch with them as well. In fact, I'm going to try and get them out to a couple of our cruises, 100%. Because I've been messaging them, they're always like, "Yeah, I'm keen to come. Something always gets in the way. But
maybe you should just come to the May 19th cruise that's happening.
Yeah, drop that. Let's get that going. I'll hit them up. Big
Sorry,
cruise,
that was too easy. That was way too easy.
Actually, and you know what? They're from a little bit further up north, so it's a bit easier for
perfect
them.
Oh, well, fucking.
I'm gonna hit them up.
There's no excuse now.
So my old S15 and my old 180SX will be at the May 19 cruise. It's gonna be a few good Nissans there.
I love it.
To be fair, I actually looked at like the invite and the call sheet for the cars that are rocking up. It's a lot of fucking Nissans.
Sometimes,
Nissan's
tough,
tough,
man. I love a good Nissan, as you can probably tell.
Oh no, I had no idea. But anyway, sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. That was just too easy of a plug the way you said that for the event.
Oh, 100%. That'll be a good event. I'm very excited for that one.
You can tell that this car kind of means a lot to you, eh? Like, do you feel that? Like, even owning it now, like, forget about what you've done to it now. I'm sure we'll go through the mods in a second, but like, just at that moment of when you bought it, the way you're explaining it, I understand it's a dream come true, but it's almost like I feel like you won't sell this car.
He gave up a house for it, bro.
I don't think and the weird thing is it was the dream that wasn't really meant to be the dream. Like my dream car was always like an S15, and then you'd think I would have like stuck around and made like a monster S15, but I don't know, I got a little bit bored, and then obviously I got the RB, and I'm like, I want an RB car. And then I'm like, R32, I'll give it a go. But then after I gave it a go, I'm like, okay, this is where it's at. And like the shape of it, the way it felt, everything. I was like, yeah. And then since then, I've like, yeah, okay. I've had it for a long time now. Still got it, obviously. Plodding away at it, putting little bits and pieces there. So I put new wheels on it again. T7R work emotions again. Bought another set for this car.
Know what you love. This guy's like food. He's like, no, I just eat what I love. I like
Dude, I'm actually a bit like, even with food, man, I don't have the biggest diet.
Foot long Italian herbs and cheese, chicken.
I stick to what I like. And I don't know if it's good or bad, but at least it's consistent, I guess.
I want to ask this dude, what do you want for dinner? I don't like burgers. I just like my chicken nuggets.
Yeah, no, dude, yeah. Whoops. I branched out though. I've started eating burgers occasionally, but
can you imagine the day that this guy like swaps over and then goes back, and then all of a sudden he buys a Toyota Supra, and it's just like a whole different kettle of fish.
I know. Maybe one day I'll branch out. Like I did dip my toe in Toyota for that 11, but nothing turbo, and that'd be a cool one. Supra. Supras are cool. 100%.
Run me through the mods list for this R32, bro, because you have done a lot to this car.
Yeah,
whether it be like Sunday scaries or where you're about to head out to an event, or just like pure stuff that you wanted to do, like the wheels. Like, run me through it.
Yeah. I guess the first thing I did was got the top side resprayed, because as I had the front, the hood. Actually, the hood wasn't too bad. The roof was gone. It was like no clear coat, fully matte. Boot was gone. Spoiler was gone. I'm like, okay, took it to the panel beater and I said, yeah, just respray the top side. Did a pretty good job. So that's the paint it's got on it now. It's still obviously the same color, gunmetal grey. Great color, as you can see back there. A beautiful car.
That's the whole way. Yeah, he just has to make sure the car's still there.
Just checking in case you guys switched it out on me. But yeah, gunmetal grey. Got it resprayed. Paint looks good now. Well, the top side looks good. The front bar's now starting to go, so I'm gonna have to get a little bit more respraying done. But yeah, I got the top side resprayed at the time. Now the paint was pretty clean. It had a little rust spot on just under the passenger side window, so I got that sorted out. Now it's pretty clean, and then after that I've done the wheels. I've gotten a spoiler for it because I didn't like the low rise one. I wanted something a bit bigger. I didn't want to go too crazy. I know people are throwing massive wings on cars, drift wings. I like to try and keep someone over here with an MX-5 is about to go crazy on the wing department, by the way.
Bang, wang.
No, I love it though.
Love huge wangs, dude.
100%. Well, for me, I tried to keep it a little bit more conservative. I went for the GTR style one, but I found a carbon fiber one, so I thought I'd add a flare of carbon.
Yeah.
And on the gunmetal paint, I like it because you can't really tell it's carbon until you get up close. So it's subtle, but then it's up there once you realize you're like, oh shit, that's carbon fiber. Hectic. So yeah, and then I was like, I thought I'll match the spoiler, I'll get a carbon fiber bonnet as well. So vented bonnet, A, because it looked cool, but B, because the car kind of ran a bit hot. And I noticed that the vented bonnet, man, the temperature dropped like a couple degrees at running temp.
Really?
It actually made a difference. And when you're sitting at the lights with a car with a vented bonnet, you can see the haze coming out of the bonnet, like the heat. You can tell, like, they actually make a good difference. Like these vented bonnets, either that or like spacing up. Some people, on the drift cars, they space up the rear of the bonnet, the washers to get like the air escape. Makes a difference on engine bay temps. So bonnet, pros, looks cool and... Looks cool and keeps the temps down. Cons, pretty illegal, I think. But
only in Mexico. But I would say when you do some of these mods, because I'm recollecting like some of the things that we've been doing whilst we've been modding this car, and I swear to God, when you were doing the bonnet, we were getting ready for an event that day.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
because I remember you messaging us, and Tony and I were getting ready. I think we're here at the shop, and you were like, yeah, I just need to install this bonnet real quick. It was like 7 a.m. or something.
Yeah, we're watching our cars. He's like, I'm picking up the carbon bonnet today and it's going to be on.
Tony and I look at each other like, I don't know if he's going to make this.
It's never. I thought it was going to be a quick job. It never is it? Oh, man. And we're like, oh, yeah, all we have to do is remove the old one and put the new one on. How hard can that be? A lot harder than it seemed. Especially if it's not a Nissan bonnet. Like, it came from Carbonetics, which, I mean, to be fair, like, it fit fine, but I needed to mess with the hinges a little bit just to get the bolt holes to line up, and then it wouldn't really latch properly, and I had to sort of bend the latch a little bit out to like get the latching to work properly. And yeah, it didn't end up. And then you also have to obviously, it's not really a one-man job, these bonnets, and you have to like line it up, make sure it's kind of in the middle, and then put it down. Oh no, it's a bit off center, the gap's bigger on that side, put it up, loosen it all. Ended up it didn't make it on for that event. Truth be told, you guys saw that. But surely enough, 1 week later, we ended up getting it on. It was on there. It looks sick, I reckon.
It does.
There's something very unique that this car does, and I'm happy to get into this if we really have to. But pop and crackle tunes are a hell of a thing. Now, this doesn't have a pop and crackle tune, but I tell you what, this thing does have is just a little love pop. It's like a little love fart.
It's a love explosive, mate. It's not really
sniper rifle going off right in your ears.
And it is like a 50 caliber gun for no reason whatsoever too, by the way. So it makes all the right sounds as you're going through the gear shifts up and down, right? It sounds so fucking sick. But then for no reason whatsoever, you're just pulling into the Maccas car park and then all of a sudden, bang!
Yeah. It's man. And I didn't really want it, and I've learned to love and hate it. But in the end, I'm going to get it tuned out. I can't deal with it forever, man. It's doing my head in a little bit. Like,
it terrifies you. It terrified the fuck out of me in the tunnel when we're in the city tunnel and I'm in the MX-5. So now I sit. My height is now where your fucking exhaust is.
True.
So
that must be bad.
When it went off, I didn't really think about it. So like when it went off next to me, I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, that was so loud and my right side of my ear was like,
I know. I'm so used to hearing every time I'm on a cruise with you guys or other people, I'll like just be cruising and then I don't make it pop. It just does it. And I'll just be cruising and then bang, the car behind me, like usually a mate will come up next to me and be like, are you kidding me? That was so loud. You scared the shit out of me. I'm like, sorry. Like,
that was the first time. It was like we left Wimborne just going up towards Beacon Hill. And you know where there's those apartment complexes are?
Yeah. Oh,
It's
no.
a huge fuck off bang. And I was like, He just told me his car got tuned. And you hear a bang. And I'm like, I was ready on the radio to hear, bro, there's something wrong with my car.
My engine's exploded.
Oh, man.
I was like, how fucking loud is it?
Dude, yeah, because I picked it up and I didn't. So I got it tuned. I did like, you know, I got a few mods done. Like I'll do like maybe half of the mods to my car, but there's a few things that I'll get someone good to do just so I make sure it's done properly.
You love the boys over at Ouija.
Yeah. They've done a lot of.
Shout out to them. Like fucking, you're allowed to say it.
Yeah, they've done a lot of work to this car, WG Motorsport. But they did the high mount conversion and then the flex tune.
Yeah.
So obviously it's on E85 now. It's got a high mount turbo. It's a Garrett. What is it now? 3070. 3070. No, it's bigger than 3078. It's a 3078, I think. I forget now. Jesus, off the top of my head, should know this shit. It's a while ago we did that one.
Just the biggest nail.
Yeah, biggest snail, flex fuel, and then all the supporting mods. And we made about 300, I think it was 320 kilowatt at the wheels. Felt like a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
For that car.
And that's not like 18 pounds. So it's got more to give. The clutch is starting to slip though, so we're gonna have to throw that out at some point.
What would you do though in terms of clutches, like XED, Extreme?
Yeah, something beefy, I think, because I mean, eventually we're gonna go for more power. We all chase it, so.
Well, that's it though. Like, but if you are going to do that, you are going to have to prepare for that, but then also prepare like how much more of a dog it's going to be on the street.
Yeah, exactly. So at what point do you stop? Because I've always heard this. People say don't over modify your cars because then it becomes a burden to drive it around, and you want to enjoy it. You don't want to be like too powerful for the street where you're getting into too much trouble and all that. So I don't know. I think I kind of drew the line around the 300 kilowatt mark. I think that's a nice number for the street. It's still enough to scare everyone around you. It was still enough to win some races against like some faster cars, but
dude, it fucking goes.
Yeah, it takes off, man. Like I've pulled up against like AMGs, like oh man,
it's the best feeling ever.
The stock AMGs, obviously a modified one is going to blow the doors off anything, but the stock cars that think they're fast, you get a modified Nissan, man, you will blow the doors off a lot of cars that you wouldn't expect. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
as long as you can put the power down.
Bro, fucking saying Skyline nowadays, everyone's scared.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I did.
Roll races doing you a ton of justice at the minute. Every single Skyline that's out there, no matter which one it is, 32, fucking 33, 34s, they're all fucking crazy. Need Benny to take his fucking R31 out there one time and just send it.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man. Like I've got just over 300 kilowatt and I think that's terrifying. These guys are rolling with like 600. Oh God. I don't even want to know. Definitely would kill myself in something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like did all these mods and then got the tune done. And I didn't ask for a pop and crackle tune. And the guy who did the high mount and flex, he took it to a tuner as well. And the tuner did the tune and then he got the car back. And I'm going out to pick up my car and he calls me and he goes, bro, the tuner, he's made the car backfire and spit flames and all the rest of it. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I didn't really ask for that. And he goes, yeah, like, do you want me to take it like back and like get the tune fixed? And I'm like, I'll give it a go because I'm on my way there. I don't really want to come back tomorrow. I'm just going to pick it up. And because the mechanic that did the work, he's like, oh, I told the guy, this guy's not going to want that kind of thing. He's a bit more conservative. He's not going to want pops and bangs. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I wasn't on my to-do list, but I'll give it a go. Whatever.
That involves just go through. I want my car.
I'm driving it home and I'm like, holy shit! Every gear change, bang. First, second, bang. Third, fourth, bang. Like, and it's not like you get your Golfs.
Oh no, we're not talking about dumb
it's
pop and crackle
none
tunes.
of that. It's like one big bang every gear change.
Every shift.
And I think it sounds cool, but I would love to just be able to switch it off. Like, like I don't want it to happen every bloody gear change. And especially when I'm just switching gears at $2,000 still does it. Just every time.
It's like, honestly, it's like the Evos that are going full pelt on the track. Every time they shift, it's fucking
exactly,
bang.
exactly.
And on that setting, makes complete sense. Sounds sick. It's appropriate. Like, totally get it.
If I'm doing a pull and I'm flying, screamer pipes going off, turbos whistling, switching from second to third at like max revs, I hear a big bang in the gear change. I'm like, oh yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah.
That's hectic. But if I'm like driving down a lonely street, 2 a.m., cruising, 2,000 RPM, people are trying to sleep.
Trying to drop the missus home.
Dogs are trying to sleep. Bang! Like, car alarms are going off. I'm like, oh Jesus, I'm the most hated person.
Yeah.
Just leave it in neutral and start pushing.
Yeah, honestly, I try to neutral roll it now because I'm just so sick of it backfiring.
It's weird though, right? Because it does it when you're not doing anything.
Exactly. But the good thing is it's not my daily, so that's why I'm kind of living with it. I'll get it done eventually, but when I can find the time to retune it. But it's cool that it shoots big flames. So
can I just say
that's always
though,
a plus.
so we're talking obviously a lot of, now that we know sort of like the mods and stuff, like I'd say you're quite a competent driver. Drifts is probably one thing, but I feel like the other day you told me you actually wanted to get more into like circuit. Like more.
Oh, yeah, man. I went through a go-karting phase. I just loved chasing a lap time.
Well,
and
you
I was
were like 7th in Australia at one point, weren't you?
Oh, Jesus. I don't know. Something like that. I went to hyperkarting, you know, where everyone goes and they have the app or your leaderboard. And I was going there like weekly for like a month. I was going there with Brad. Shout out. We're doing a lot of shit.
Ice cream for days, bro.
He's not hitting the go-kart challenges.
He was up there too. Me and him got really into it. We were going 7 a.m. sessions at hyperkarting. Like the first session of the day, because we thought it'd be quietest. We'd go around the blitz around the track. We were having the best time. And eventually, yeah, I forget what the time was now, but you have your app at hyperkarting and it tells you like your rank out of all the people that have attended hyperkarting out of like, I don't know, at the time it was like 68,000 people had put a time in. I'm like, I put in a lap time and I thought it was pretty cool. It was like 29 seconds or something. I think it was like 29 or 39, whatever. It was like at least 6 seconds clear of what their elite time is to qualify for elite racing. I was like, fuck, that felt like a pretty fast lap time. I didn't feel like I could get much more of that. And then I go home, I check the app. Holy, 7th. Like, what? How have I pulled that off? And I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh, geez. And I'm like, okay, maybe I got a bit too into this go-karting thing.
I just want to make it very clear right now, everyone in the go-kart championship, Liam is on the team.
Like, I don't know. Obviously, sure enough, that's like now over time's passed, the time's gone. I think I'm like 40th now or something. But
just
man,
a low-key brag, man.
for a week, I felt like a pretty fast go-kart at that particular track.
But there's like...
Yeah, that got me into circuit race. Well, I haven't done it yet, but that got me keen on doing a lap.
Because you're definitely from the drift world.
Yeah.
So does that mean your drift days are kind of not over, but like you're going to look at more doing circuit stuff with the R32 rather than drift it?
Yeah, well, the problem with the R32 now is that it's I don't know, I'm too scared because of the value of these things now. If I'm going to take a car on a track, I'd like it to be cheaper and like better modified for the track. Like this thing I've just kind of done throwing things at it to make it look, sound and feel cool, but it probably wouldn't be that useful on a track. Like the laggy turbo, the tires aren't really that good.
Depends on the track.
Yeah, true. And I'm sure if I did a couple little things, I could get it handling pretty good. But I think at this stage,
you've got to do it at least once.
Yeah, no. I haven't done a track day. I've obviously done drifting in it, but I have not done a track day, circuit day in it yet.
Let's take it out. Let's take it out once.
Yeah.
We'll go out. We won't show it to the public. We'll just go out and have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And then we'll continue to all talk about chipping in and buying a little shared CCA car.
Yeah, that's what I want to do really. Is I want to buy a cheap like a 350Z or something.
Yeah.
And then just make that a drift car and then do proper drifting. Because I've just like I've fiddled around with the drifting. I've done a lot of like I'd like to say a lot of a little bit of drifting, if that makes any sense. Like I've never gone to a track with 8 sets of tires and like properly done a circuit.
Yeah.
Like I'd love to do that one day. Like proper sending drifting. I've just done like a couple. I've done Eastern Creek. You can do like a drift school.
Yeah.
Go there. They throw a drift built car at you and they let you do circuit laps in that. I've done that kind of thing, and then I've done wet pan days, and I've got a knack for handling the car a little bit, but I've never done the proper drifting and drift battles and stuff. And I'd love to dip into that at some point.
Bro, I'm telling you, we're taking a World Time Attack. Like we're fucking
it would be nice.
Bro, we're making it happen. I don't know.
Next time. Next year.
But to be fair, speaking of that, when we were all together, we're so tired thinking about it last year, towards the end of like last year at World Time Attack. You got a full day of the circuit, all the different teams, and then the drifting's on afterwards, which you're so keen for. But watching, when we were all sitting there, like with fucking popcorn and chicken and shit, and just right on the end, just filming every fucking car that came past, was honestly that's like a core memory in my fucking brain where
Great
we're all
day.
sitting there.
Night.
Yeah.
Brad's got his ice cream. Like it was honestly, like it was so sick.
Yeah.
I would love it if you were there one time.
Yeah, one day if we get a purpose-built drift car, I'd love to get into a little bit. One day I'll get a 350Z once I recuperate a bit of funds after splashing it on cars like an idiot.
I wish it was an impulsive buy earlier.
I know.
Like this dude messaged me at like 8 one night, and he said, "This is 350 up for sale."
Oh man!
And he asked me if I wanted to go look, and I'm like, I'm really busy that night. That night, it was the only night I was very busy that week, and I was like, I can't do tonight. Can we do another night? It's like, oh, okay, whatever. He passed on it. And then the next time we looked at it, it was sold.
I know, yeah. That's it. Yeah, I've kept one eye on the marketplace for a 350. I keep seeing them. They're still going for a good enough price. Like
Our group chats are a bit fucking.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? Have you seen this?
I know. Like Silvia's and Skylines have gone straight through the roof, but 350s have kept relatively affordable. So for a drift car, I think it's a good
I think they're going down.
good shout. Yeah, that would be nice.
They're going down.
I've seen some for like 12, 13K. I'm like, okay, that's not too bad for a nice JDM drift car.
Between what, like 5 of us? That's nothing.
Exactly. Pitch in, drift car.
Bro, when I'm back from Europe, let's
go.
make this happen.
When I'm back from Japan.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I've got to pay for that as
back,
well.
we'll go look at our cars.
I told you this motherfucker's James Bond.
I've got to pay for that as well, for God's sake.
What's the next car you're dropping off? Away.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to bring a car back with me. How cool would that be? Not a chance, though. Not a chance.
You're fully doing CCA media over in Japan.
Yeah, should. Oh,
You going to the track over there?
Because one man
love
who
to.
happens to be the videographer didn't get enough content.
Yeah, smart. He knows it too.
Oh.
Yeah, Japan trip, that'll be fun. Go to where it all started.
Yeah.
I would love to go to a track, particularly Ibizu, but I know we're going for snow season and it's closed apparently. So
When are you going to
depressing.
Japan?
December. Yeah, I know. So,
Tony's like, so am I.
really?
No, not anymore. Not from today.
We should link up.
Not from today.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
so-
you officially said not
I had to
today.
go somewhere after this year. But end of January.
Yeah.
yeah.
Link
Yeah,
it up, end
fair.
of January.
Let's do it. Oh no, I'm only there till early Jan.
Fuck you.
Next time. Yeah, doing a bit of snowboarding and then doing a bit of car spotting, and hopefully I've seen some things where you can rent JDM cars for a good price and
Yeah,
move them
yes.
around. I'm so doing that.
Yeah.
Renting, it's got to be an RX-7 for me
Yes.
because I wouldn't own one because I'm too terrified of apex seals and rotors and
And have no idea how to work on it.
yeah, but I'd love to drive one. So if I can rent one over there, job done. That'd be good. Good one to tick off the list.
Just full like exhaust coming out of the fucking roof. Like
Yeah.
just
Yeah, it's awesome car. But can't say I'd own one. Oh, maybe one day if I was stupid enough.
I'd own one if I had stupid money.
Yeah, exactly. So cool. So much character.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that time when we went to Power Cruise, and it's funny, like obviously you got all these fucking hectic V8s and V10s and just all the insane
Yeah.
cars, right? Blowers and all that type of shit. Here's this fucking RX-7 with this insane motor, just exhaust like a
Yeah.
truck going straight out of it. And this thing was just the show pony, because obviously you're all lining up.
Yeah.
So we're all lining up. You got my fucking ute there. You got Tony's car there. You've got this here. Here's this fucking pink RX-7. It's just going
Jesus.
ham.
It's so good.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Oh, very cool cars.
But I suppose the one thing about you is it isn't just about the racing. You're also a bit of a showman, a magician. And this is where Tony really enters the picture.
Oh God.
But you have another Nissan, but it's not necessarily called a Nissan.
No, it's
It's the
yeah.
upper class, man.
Upper class Nissan.
What is the show car that you have?
Yeah, the Infinity. The Q50. Now, I used to not like Infinity very much because when I first found out about them, all I knew was the G35s and the one that our friend Daniel used to have. And I didn't like that they tarnished the Skyline name.
Yeah.
Because I thought there's only one Skyline and it's one with an RB in it. What's this V6 Skyline? That shouldn't exist. Yeah. Cheers, Hayden. But yeah, I decided. But I found Infinity branched away from that, and they came up with the Q50, which is just not even close to a Skyline. It's not even trying to be one. It's a full luxury sedan, and I thought it was a pretty cool daily. Twin turbo engine out of the new Nissan Z, same one. Mm-hmm. So has good power, comfortable, classy. I'm like, okay, this is a good daily. I'll buy this one. And then, sure enough, I shouldn't really modify it. It's the daily.
You shouldn't.
But one of my friends here owns a bag shop. So I decided, how much would it cost to bag this car? Didn't even give me a quote, booked the car in. Guess it's getting bags now. So yeah, now we're building a Q50 show car. Bagged it, sits on its guts now, it looks hectic. I bought new wheels for it. I didn't go for, it had Emotions on it, but they were bronze. The car's white. I don't really love the bronze wheels on the white car, so I went for grey wheels, nicer specs, and they fitted out a bit better. So yeah, it's a work in progress. Shouldn't be because it's a daily, but here we are.
It shouldn't be, but it's got a sick titanium exhaust. Like,
yeah. It's got the basic ones. I keep telling myself I won't do much more to it, but we'll see how that ends up going.
New air intake, like just.
I know. Well, that's the thing, man. This thing, twin turbo V6, it already makes like 400 horsepower factory.
It sounds good too. Like,
You know what daily means? Daily equals reliable.
Yeah, I know.
Just don't touch the engine.
Well, I keep telling myself that, but then I look at YouTube and I see a video of a Q50 making like 500 horsepower with just a chip, and I'm like, shit, should I do that? That would be pretty cool. But then it ruins the daily, and then I have to buy another daily, and then it all gets a bit
Flash
messy.
tunes from Reddit will get you, bro.
I know. But yeah, awesome car. Ticked all the boxes for me because I wanted a reliable modern daily. Because man, these 12 cars that I've owned, 11 of them have been pre-2000s or S15s are borderline, but they've all been old, rattly, just like
When you have those modern comforts, I understand it's so hard to go backwards.
Exactly, because I went from the R32. My next daily was a Nissan Stagia, which was not that nice. It was cool. It was turbo and made cool turbo noises, but again, it was an old car. It wasn't the best daily. Not very comfortable. Then I bought a Legnum.
Hold on. Where the fuck did the Legnum come from?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, again, Legnum. That was not a great daily. Not very reliable. Twin
Also
turbo.
impulse buy? Or?
Also impulse buy. Because to be fair, I just looked at Legnums in a way. I thought they looked cool. Like, and I've never owned a Mitsubishi. I'm like, okay, let's buy a Mitsubishi now. So
Well,
Mitsubishi.
how's the phase though? Nissan into Mitsubishi.
Well, that's the thing.
So Honda, Toyota, Nissan, Mitsubishi.
There's several Nissans, and then let's jump into a wagon Nissan.
I know. I went from like 5 Nissans, and then I wanted a wagon because the wagons are cool and comfortable and practical. Like, I mean, having a wagon is sick, and wagons look pretty cool. I think they're pretty baller. So that's why I bought the Stagia, but then the Stagia didn't really do it for me. It was not the cool Stagia. It was I don't know what they're called now. The big, the V6 ones,
sandwichy ones.
the newer ones. Well, the worst ones. So, and then I'm like, oh, you know what wagons are cool? Legnums. That's a cool wagon.
In Liam's eyes, that's a cool car.
And I'm now at this point, I'm like, I still have the Skyline, obviously. And I'm like, I'm going to branch out. I'm going to buy not a Nissan. First time in 5 cars time, 5 years or something. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's go for a Mitsubishi. Big mistake. These things are, well, the one I got was not that reliable, man. Like I had to throw turbos at it. I had to throw, obviously, 2 double trouble because it's twin turbo.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had to throw gaskets at it. I had to do all kinds of stuff. I bought it. Man, I thought it was a pretty good price. I bought it for like 14 grand or something. I had to spend like 10 grand on it, man. I was like, oh, I'm in the hole with this one. But it looks cool, so that's okay. And then I'm in the hole, and then I've got this. I thought it was a really cool daily, but the maintenance was kind of getting to me. But then, I don't know, Tony comes around. I do bags.
This was before I met you though.
This is how I met Tony.
This is how we
actually.
met.
To be fair, I was like, the wagon's cool. What would make it cooler? Bagging it would make it cooler.
That's Tony's answer to fucking everything.
So that's when I hit up KS, and I'm like, oh, these guys do bags, and they're local. I got a few quotes around, and I'm like, you know what, KS is close to me, and they seem to beat the other places, and got to shout out the quality of work. It's pretty good. So I go, all right, get the Legnum bagged. And now I thought, this was a cool car. Legnum on bags sounded sick. Oh,
You know the funny story about when he did ask for a quote, I did a little profile stalk because he's like asked for quotes like, oh, we get quotes every single day. To the point where someone just don't answer. I go through his profile. There's not much stuff about his cars.
Oh, true, on Facebook, yeah.
There's
true,
nothing.
yeah.
So he's like, one day he's like, oh, he works at the Marine just down the road from where we live. And I was like, okay, he's gonna be a bit late. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Just drop the car off. We'll be here for you. Then he's like, my mate's gonna come pick me up. And then his mate comes in a Skyline, and he's like, yeah, that's also my car. I was like, oh, wait, what?
Wait, so which car are we bagging today?
That's right. That's
At
right,
that
isn't
point,
it?
he's like, I'm going to get the Skyline bagged one day. That's the car.
You are not touching my Skyline.
We will.
That is staying on coils.
It just needs more time.
Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, no, we'll see. But yeah, bagged the Legnum. I put a basket on it. I thought that was like a pretty characterful build.
Before that as well, before the Skyline came into play, he came in, and then he told us that he takes naps or something in the car. Something about it needs the space to put the back seats down.
You do. You have siestas, don't you?
So he could sleep in the car or something. And then I was like, fuck, this is a weird cunt. And then old man's like, oh, he probably just wants to lie in there with his girlfriend or whatever, look at the stars, some shit. I was like, fucking weirdo. Whatever. We'll do whatever he asks. So we had to set the measurement towards the back, whatever. And then the Skyline comes like, fuck, this is some weird guy, man. This is some weird guy.
I can confirm I am a weird guy. That's okay. That's where the fun is.
Oh my fucking
And then since
god!
then,
But yeah, I thought that was a fun build.
It was interesting.
But
Wait,
yeah,
so how'd you get rid of it?
the maintenance got to me, and I was like, I got to sell this car. I sold it at a loss. Again, though, I sold it at a loss. When I sold it, though, it was in pretty good working order. So I like to try and feel good about the cars I sell.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy's getting a pretty good deal. He negotiated me down. I'm like, you know what, that's fair enough. It had a couple small issues at the time. And I'm like, yeah, just take it. You've got a pretty cool car here. And thankfully, I'm in touch with him. And I've seen it recently. Still looks sick. Happy about that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just wanted to, and then at this point, I'm like, okay, now I need an actual modern, reliable daily. What am I looking for? So I'm like, okay, what do I want? I don't think I want Euro, but I'm kind of eyeballing them. I'm like, maybe I'll end up with a Euro as a daily. Looking at Audi A5s and that kind of thing. I'm like, you know what? But I want to be different. I don't want to be like normal traffic. I just can't, even for a daily. I know I've got a Skyline in the garage. I've got a Skyline in the garage, but even when I'm not driving the Skyline, I don't want to be in a boring car.
I still want to stand out.
This guy's like, you won't catch me dead in a Toyota Corolla.
Dude, I know.
I need that attention.
I just wanted to feel different. I'm like, oh, I need something different. What don't many people have? And I stumbled across Infinity, and I'm like, there's a lot of these G series ones going around, but I don't see many Qs around. And I'm like, oh, they make a twin turbo one. That's pretty cool. And I'm like, oh, okay, 4 doors, twin turbo, okay, and comfortable, man. Like the leather interior,
It's so nice.
all the climate control, heated seats.
When you drove me home, I was like, I could fucking sit here for a while.
Such a comfortable car, man. It's got all the quirky little like nice features where the memory steering wheel folds and like comes down when you get in the car, and the seat moves when you get in the car, and it's got illuminated door handles and all that kind of thing. I wasn't used to this. My little 90s JDM cars, none of them had any of this shit. I'm like, sweet, I've got features now. Like my car has things like technology, man. The car's like 2017, and I thought I was buying a brand new car. I'm like, this is hectic.
And that's why it keeps coming to show events instead of the R32.
I know,
Because he's like, I kind of just want to go home comfortably.
It's actually comfortable, and finally, I think it looks pretty cool. Now that it's on bags, thanks to Tony, booked it straight in without my permission.
Sorry, I don't see you complaining.
As soon as he bought it, he was like, oh, can we bag it? I was like, we can bag anything. And I was like, but then I'm going away, I want to save. And I'm like, then your car's, you don't need the car. It's perfect time to be at a shop.
I know,
and get it done for when you come back.
Yeah. He makes it too easy. And the problem for me is I'm a man of convenience. I'd rather spend money and it be convenient than have a hassle and it be cheaper. Yeah. So he just organised it all, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll give you my money.
It sounds good.
Like, whatever. So yeah, and no, it was always in the pipe. To be fair, it didn't just come out of nowhere. I liked the bags. Since I did the Legnum, I'm like, bags are pretty cool, and it's convenient being able to get over speed bumps and get into driveways and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to be able to slam it at shows, but I also want to be able to drive it around comfortably. And
like you're saying, there's not many queues around.
yeah, exactly.
And then the ones on bags. In Australia. Over in the States, different story.
Everywhere in the States. That's kind of where I saw it, I think, on Instagram. Yeah. In States, they love these things. And then I never saw any here, and I'm like, okay, perfect, I'll get one here.
You don't know. You don't ever fucking see me.
I've taken it to a few car shows, car meets, even big car shows like hot import nights.
Yeah.
Not a single other Q50. I'm like, okay, cool. It's nice to have the only other car. Because the problem with big shows, you show up with a Skyline, someone's got a better one. You know, like when you have a common-ish car, people have better ones. But the Q50, I had the best Q50 at hot import nights.
You did.
100%.
Agree.
Not because there weren't any other ones, but that's okay.
To be fair though, having your R32 next to fucking Benny's R31 would have been like history in the making.
That's
like,
true. That's true. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Next year the Skyline will be a little bit cleaner. I'll get that front bar sprayed.
Yeah, put bags on it and
We'll see.
To be fair, that wouldn't be a bad idea. In fact, are we allowed to talk about the track one?
We can. Well, I don't know if it's a next year, but yeah, it will be. We'll do a 31 or 35.
Yeah, I was going to
Actually,
that's what I was about to say.
Should I just... let's bleep that as well. Or we'll make that a surprise for the show.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, well, you say that, bag, the 32. But in the back, I've always thought, because, I mean, this is also another topic of discussion, are bags good for the track? The reason I don't want to bag my Skyline is because I don't want it to flop over when I go around a corner. I don't think air is a very solid material, in my opinion.
It's also the strongest.
But I know, obviously, when you crank 130 PSI into it, it probably is pretty strong. So I obviously, and you know better than I do, it can be utilized for the track well. I know, well, and yeah, my cars haven't been set up. My bag cars haven't been set up for that. And they've been really comfortable, like riding on a cushion. And I'm so cool with that. That's why I bag my dailies and not my race car. But
Here's the debate then, ready? Because here's the caveat. Tony and Chris, who have really heavy Commodores who are bagged, have tracked their cars.
Yeah, but how did they go on the track? Is my question. Did you have a lot of body roll?
No. Like bags, like it's fine tuning. If you know how to tune the system and adjust it to the way you want to drive it and the conditions you're driving at, it's better than anything.
Can I say though, just on that, because you just said something about adjustment. When you're on coils or any type of performance coil suspension anyway, you want to continue to fine tune it until you get it to the point where you want it exactly the way you want it. So it's the exact same thing as air suspension. You're constantly fine tuning it to have it exactly the way that you want it to have it on the track.
The question is, how easy is it to adjust air suspension compared to coil?
I guess you've got us there.
But again, it's like if you look at modern day vehicles, a lot of the Euros now, Land Rovers, all of those cars are on air.
Yeah,
All
that's
those
true.
cars on
That's true.
Performance, comfort, you get the best of both.
Do like the new Mercedes and stuff and all that come with, are they on the air cup coilovers? Because they go up and down as well, don't they?
It depends where you go in the series. Like the new E63s, or like the S63s, they're on full air suspension.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Full air suspension.
I would have thought cups because I know, like you know Ferraris. I think it's the 458 or the 488. How it's got obviously its ride height, but then it's got that feature where you lift the front lip up a little bit.
Hydraulics or air cups, and you just get that extra.
Yeah, so it's not an actual bag.
15 to 40 mil.
Yeah.
Lift.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're talking about performance in bags, how many supercars have airbag suspension for their Nürburgring times?
So that it's again depends on space though.
Yeah.
For air suspension, you need more space. More space means more weight. With supercars, there's no space.
Yeah. So I guess it all depends on the setup.
But again, there's a shop up in Queensland that just bagged a new 670.
Nice. Interesting.
Really?
Wow.
New South Wales plated.
Yep. That's cool.
So we're ready to see that when it comes back down.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Well, I suppose, is there a car that you would want to see bagged that takes something on like the Nürburgring that you think would settle the conversation once and for all?
I don't really mind. End of the day, it's personal preference.
Yeah.
Coils, you're at that height. You're at that comfort.
Yeah.
And look at any car that's hitting lap records. Is it a comfortable car for daily drive?
No.
No.
That's true.
It's more track. So you can look at like track orientated cars or a car that wants to do most things. Again, like anything in this world, you can't have the best of the best for all.
Exactly. So that's where bags win for versatility. Of course. That's where the winning.
That's a $10,000 money shot right there, Liam.
Exactly. Coils, obviously, in my opinion, great around a track, but that's all it can do. And then once you drive it on the street, you're bumping around like an idiot. At least at bags, you can soften it up, stiffen it up, do whatever you want on the spot.
That's why people who have track cars put them on trailers and drive them.
There you go.
They don't have it in the car, so they put it on the trailer.
You think those fucking body kits for the fucking splitters and stuff are on the road? Nope.
Absolutely not.
That's why it kills me. I'm not going to lie. Like I think they're the sickest things in the world, but you see like the $10,000 APR performance body kit and you're like, you shouldn't be driving on the road, bro. Like,
man. Especially our roads, man. Oh my God.
Oh, bro.
Sydney roads are awful. Pothole after pothole after pothole. The amount of rim repairs I've had to do because I've missed a pothole and smashed a wheel. Oh.
Can I ask you a question based on that? Because I never really used to do this. I probably should have. But obviously when things have been quite like coarse with mad floods and all that, like we've been through a few over the past few years and you get mad like rim repairs or like fucking dents or whatever, you can go back to the council and fucking not sue them, but you'd be like, this is your fucking road, you haven't fixed it and this is a fucking $2,000 wheel, fix it. And I know some people have done that. Have you ever done that?
I haven't done it, and I have heard of it too, and I think it works, but you have to have all the right things in place.
Yeah.
I had one particular one which I was so close to doing, but the problem is you have to go back there, and this one happened like far out west, and I couldn't be bothered to go back there. I just hit a massive. It wasn't even a pothole. It was like the pavement had like separated, and there was a gap in it. I was just like changing lanes, and it hit it, and it just fully buckled the wheel. Gone. And I hear you have to go back. You have to take a photograph of it, and you have to like submit it pretty much straight away. And they have to like go out there, assess it, and then realize it was their mistake, and then apparently you can get paid out. But I don't know how how many of those cases actually go through and get paid out.
Well, I think it's something that we should probably all just keep in the forefront of our thinking, especially everyone tuning into this, because I guarantee you they're not going to leave the roads on if people start submitting more and more things, because I feel like not a lot of people know you can do that.
Yeah, and 100%. I've heard good stories of people buckling a wheel, taking a photo of the pothole, sending it through, and then sending through the bill to repair it as well. And then, sure enough, I think a couple of cases I've seen people have gotten their money back, or at least partially.
I know you can repair them, but fuck me dead. Like, it's all over Red Rover after a buckled wheel, man. Like, it's only like the slightest of buckles where it's like worth repairing. After that, like, if it happens again, like, you just got a fucked wheel, bro. You got to buy a new wheel. So no matter what the cost is, repair or buy, like...
Yeah,
I remember like going across the road to MB Tires, like when I had a buckled wheel once, and I listened. I took his advice. Like, I listened to him 100%, and I was just like, "What do I do?" He's like, "I can fix it, but honestly, I don't recommend it. Just get a new wheel."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I can get you one right now," and I was like, "Oh, just leave it with me. Like, I'll take it to the guys over like the steel workshop over at Brookvale, because they do that."
Oh, I didn't know. That's good to know.
Yeah, like across the road from Pittwater. I can't remember exactly what the steel shop is called. Anyway, point is, I did that, and they were like, "Look, yeah, it'll cost like $150 a fix," which to be honest, I was like, "That's actually not bad."
That's not bad at all. Yeah.
No, it's not bad at all. But then I still in the back of my mind, the lingering thing of what the guys at MB Tires told me, and I was like, "Oh, well, is it still going to be good?"
Yeah.
Next minute, I get on the call with Benny and all this type of stuff, and Benny's just like, "Nah, fuck it off. Like, just get a new wheel."
Oh wow. Okay.
And I went back to the guys at MB Tires. I was like, "I should have listened to you." And he goes, "Do you want me to get a new wheel?" I was like, "Yeah." So I got the new wheel, and I was like, "Fuck it, bro! It has to be minor, like obviously rash. Yeah, get that fixed, whatever." But fucking buckled wheels, bro, it's honestly something that will make my heart sink to my stomach. It makes me feel so unwell. Like a slow leak as well, where the buckle's on the inside, you can't even see the buckle from the outside. You're like, what the fuck is going on? That will ruin my day. Yeah. And you can't ruin my day today. Remember, I'm up here.
Sims 2.
Sims 2, baby. Sims 2.
You're on the ceiling, bouncing off the walls.
He's got full power today.
Oh. Well, fuck. Dan, what time are we on?
1:40.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, didn't I tell you every single time?
Oh.
This guy's like, I'm
not going to be able to talk for an hour.
Talk for an hour. Yeah, bullshit.
We've gone through one question. The cars that you've owned.
Yeah. We haven't even gone on to fucking half the things that we wrote down.
Shit. Okay, what should we do?
Which means that I think you should do part 2 when we upload season 2 of this podcast, and we have your other car as the backdrop.
Oh, you want to put my other car on the backdrop next?
Well, yeah, I want to know what the other impulse buy is going to be. It's probably going to be an R34. So, like,
Don't say that.
No, I heard I'm going to put him to it. He said, no, right on a Gallardo.
That's my really dumb decision.
See, I'll start sending them through. So come on, one just suggested marketplace.
Hang on a second. Wasn't he just trying to work out the math before about how he was going to buy it? Yeah. Fuck all of a sudden.
I want to own a Lambo at one point in my life, 100%. I will own a Lamborghini at some point. Whether it won't be a brand new SVJ or something stupid. I'm got $500,000, but like a V10 Gallardo, 160 grand, we can fork that.
What about an R35?
I've had 5 Nissans, bro. Like, I want a Lamborghini.
It's got the modern technology.
I've got modern technology in the daily. It's all right. I want a Lamborghini.
Okay.
I actually really envisaged when we're in our 40s and 50s, we're just going to be those guys with Porsches and Lambos and stuff, going to Cars and Coffee, and then still doing track days. Like, dude,
100%.
I really envisaged that for all of us, every single person in this room.
I'm not growing out of this car thing. I tried to grow out of this car thing. It pulled me right back immediately. Yeah. I'm not growing out of cars at this point.
It wasn't even 24 hours, bro. We know.
I'm gonna be into cars until I'm 80 years old and I can't even walk. And I'll be hopping into a GTR or something stupid.
What's worse is that your fashion sense is still going to be the same. You're still going to be wearing Ralph Lauren's. In fact, you're going to have those fleeces, which I also wear too. And that's your whole vibe. And you're going to be getting into your Porsche GTR S3.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A Porsche would be a good one too, actually.
Oh, I'm going to have one for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe a 4, not GT4, a 3, but
GT4.
Yeah.
It's not easy to own though. You got to go through it. You got to qualify to own a bloody Porsche.
Bro, we're not 40 or 50 for a few decades. Like.
Yeah, we've got time. It's all right. We've got some time.
We're going to be like the old cringy bastards who still won't let petrol cars die. And everyone else is driving electric
Yeah,
cars.
100%. Dude, I don't want to buy electric cars, man. I always want to hear that rumble. I always want to hear that dose. I
I want to
wanna
go back
hear-
to the classics.
Yeah,
I want that
exactly.
classic cruiser.
Tony's there in his hot rod. Just like,
I love that.
You got to hear an engine as you're shifting through the gears, and they're trying really hard. You got to give them credit. The electric, like the new, I think it's the Hyundai. It might be where they're giving you simulated gears where you have paddles.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You can shift through gears with your electric car, and it pretends, and it gives you cabin noise, gives you fake engine sounds, and it gives you gears. And I'm like, that's a good effort. Like at least they're trying to appeal to enthusiasts, but like some people will never change.
the feedback's still not like.
It's not this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like whatever I heard. It's like trying to microwave a steak. Yeah, it's faster. It's faster, but like, do you really want to eat a microwave steak, or do you want to go put it on a barbecue? Barbecue is a Nissan. Microwave's an electric car.
I love that. I fucking love it.
Okay, fuck. That might be the new name of the episode. Oh my god.
I might be biased.
Oh fuck. Well, I suppose there's something else I really want to discuss with you today, but like we are running out of time, so I think we're gonna have to bring you back on. That it was more so about like your eye for the lens, like because you make some of the most sickest drone shots.
Oh yeah.
You obviously fill up our fucking Car Culture Australia content feed, and people are like, "How the fuck does that look like that?" We're like, "It's our secret weapon." Secret weapon is you.
Yeah.
But if people want to find the stuff that you do, your cars and your journey and your story, your track stuff, your shots, how do people find you on socials?
Oh well, I go by Stock Mods. I think it is. I don't know why I named. Oh, because my last name's Stockburger. So Stock is half my last name, and then Mods. I guess I like to do mods. I created Stock Mods. I'm not very creative.
Cars also not stock.
Yeah, no, it's a bit
5
of
years later, I've got stock garage.
yeah. Well, that's so if the cops browse my Instagram, they can say, "Oh, stock. Okay, his car's a stock. That's good. He's legal." Hopefully, they know no better.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't really mean to get into that kind of thing. I always just liked cars, and I didn't really. Obviously, you like cars, you like taking photos of your cars, but I didn't really mean to get into it. And then I just kind of got given a drone for a Christmas present, and I'm like, oh, I could have some fun with this. And then flying it around, pretty fun. Filming my car, oh sweet, now I got cool angles of my car, win-win. And then now it's just second nature. I love bringing it out, go to a meet, film things, get new angles and stuff. You can make some pretty cool edits with the drones.
Bro, it's made
It's
some of the
completely different,
sexiest
yeah.
stuff that we put together. Like when we mix your stuff in with like Chelsea's stuff and like even some of the stuff that we put on our phone, like it's gnarly. Some of the things you can put together.
It spices it up.
It's always nice to have a drone in the sky.
Oh, yeah. It's
So-
going to be gnarly for the event when we're on May 19th. I can do that much.
I can't.
It'll be coming, so come out, get some drone shots of your cars.
But is it stock mods on just Instagram or is that across the board?
Yeah, pretty much everything. TikTok as well.
Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah, I don't know. To be fair, like I've been pretty lazy posting. I haven't really tried to post consistently. I mean, I've been putting a lot of my content on car culture as well. So you'll see a lot of it there. But yeah, I probably should post a bit more and try and build up my own page. Would be good.
We'd like it if you did that.
Yeah. I'd like it.
We're trying to boost you. I'm getting you to 1 mil views, bro. I'm telling
Yeah, one day. One day would be good.
you. Yeah, one day this year.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm not the fucking... No more lazy attitude, all right? Impulse buy. Impulse views.
Actions,
That's what
impulse
I'll-
actions.
Impulse actions, impulse uploads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Daily uploads. Give that a crack.
Oh, jeez. Who's got the time for that?
You do. You're always on Marketplace.
Yeah, that's where my exactly. I don't have time. I'm too busy on Marketplace.
Too busy sleeping in the back of the fucking wagon at work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tony, do you want to help us sign off?
Do we talk about the May 19th event?
Yeah. That can be part of the sign off.
Oh, the May 19th event, CSA Sunrise Cruise collab with the Royal Dynasty. Event is live on Facebook. Go check it out. It's going to be fucking hectic. The amount of cars that we're getting,
Sponsors.
sponsors, everyone, like any car brand, any make and model is pretty much coming.
Yeah.
So if you have this car, don't think that because the group isn't popular with that car, you can't come. Every fucking car is coming. I want to see, if you bring a fucking unique car, we'll give you a gift or something.
We should make up some trophies for it. Hey, we'll give away some. Have a little bit of.
We could. We'll think of something. So just bring all the cars out. We got Euros, Aussie, Japanese supercars, fucking
Let's have
bikes.
some things like best JDM there, best Oz there,
I like
best
it.
wheels. This kind of like do some trophies and stuff.
That's what the sponsors are for.
The raffles. Have a good cruise, all the nice cars.
Yeah,
It'll be
we got a
good.
big raffle happening for that.
It truly is.
Sweet.
Honestly, I reckon this is going to be one of the biggest cruises of the year that I feel like everyone should be a part of. And honestly, I hope everyone can just get amongst it and be a part of it. This is going to be fucking massive. We're putting a lot of money into production. We're making this a big deal. The location that we're going to end up at, which I'm not going to reveal until closer to the day, which I know isn't very far away. But at the same time, like, this is something that no one's going to want to miss out. Like, if you miss out on this, you're going to feel like a pleb. Like, it's some of the nicest cars are going to fucking be there. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Very exciting.
Dan, our producer, isn't going to be there because he's at some fucking NRL thing. So,
Oh, come on, man.
No, we won't talk about that.
no, sorry, Dan. I wish you could be there, bro. And Hayden. But, sorry, I fucking got carried away
It's
there.
gonna be a fucking
It's going to be a
event.
fucking great event.
Events live on Facebook. Click interested, follow on it. There'll be teasers here and there, at least about it. And that's about that for that.
Socials.
Get excited. Socials, if you want to follow us, we're on all the socials, Car Culture Australia, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. We're
Dude,
everywhere.
where's my car?
We're everywhere.
There's my car on the screen.
Yeah.
I found it. It's right there.
I think we should wrap it up on that.
That's the best way to sign off.
That
Thanks,
jokes are
Liam.
coming in.
This is Dude, where's my car? And there
it is.
There it is. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Wait.